Hey y'all. Happy Sunday. Let's talk about this show. I got so much in my brain. This show did not overwhelm me. P Valley did, and we're going to talk about that later. But this show didn't quite overwhelm me, but I did watch it. I got a whole lot to say. I got a critique for these heifers tonight. I hope y'all do too. I can't wait to hear what y'all got to say about all of this. Or should I say to read what y'all got to say? Because y'all going to be wanting to come holler at me. But that's okay. I'm going to be on the Reading Rainbow because I want to see what y'all think about what we just watched on this doggone show. Okay? So I'm glad y'all here. Do your girl a favor. Hit the like button now that you're in the room. I so appreciate it if you would. I would appreciate it if you would. Let me greet everybody who's here. And let's get into this conversation. Okay? I got a critique for all of them. I mean, nobody is escaping tonight. Nobody's escaping tonight. Well, let me take that back. I don't know. Oh, shoot, Yvette, you lost your crown, girl. Where your crown at? But, yeah, I think Sonia might actually escape, which is hard to do because y'all know I don't like Sonia. But Sonia might escape. I can't be sure. What's up? Happy to be happy. Glad you're here. All right, we got Bianca Edwards, the beautiful, the lovely, the stunning in the house. We got Miss Peaches in. Oh, how you doing, G darling? Good to see you, Miss Kaiser Sose. What's up, working lady? Okay, you be over there hustling. Every day you hustling. You be on it. What's up, Dr. Ivy girl? Good to see you, Rashida. Hello, lovely. She says peace, love, and light, everyone. I love it. Auntie Eva, how you doing, girl? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Who else we got? Alita. My sis is in the house. Okay, Lala Chanel, our baby sister, is here. D. Marie, girl, your crown fell off. What is going on? Maybelline Reynolds, how you doing? Chocolate Sunshine, how are you? How are you? We got Cheryl, you made it. Woo, child, you hadn't made it in a couple days. You been all right? Lily, how you doing? Oh, you haven't watched it yet. Okay, girl. There's Yvette. How you doing, sis? Good to see you. We got Deborah Randall in the house. Okay, I'm glad you're here. Where is the other Debbie? There's two Deborahs. And I'll be looking for both the Deborahs because y'all be having it straight. Even when I forget stuff, y'all be having it. Cool Gamer, how you doing, DV? Hey there, hey there. Chocolate Sunshine, the lovely, is in the house. Sunshine, Sunshine. Okay, not to be confused with Chocolate Sunshine. This is Sunshine. Sunshine, another beautiful one, has entered the chat. Okay, I know that's right. Got to pick it up from the crown dealer in the morning. Okay, I feel you. I feel you. Deborah McDougall, how are you? Good to see you. All right. Uh-oh, Rochelle. Hey, girl. Man, look, we got to get it. Nacho Twins mama, how you doing? Good to see you. I know that's right. She hollering at everybody. She walked in the door hollering at everybody. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. So listen. Okay. So let me say this. Delicia. Hi, sis. Dang, your crown fell off. Everybody's crown done fell off. What is going on? Is somebody walking around knocking folks' crowns off? What is happening? What is happening? Okay. Kim Bird has entered the building. Hey, Kim Bird, what's up? Good to see you. So, okay, my personal opinion, just overall, before I get into all the particulars of what went on this show tonight, because we got to dig into the nitty and the gritty. Okay, so my overall opinion, Don D, what? Hey, Don D, how you doing? Uh-oh. So, my opinion overall of this episode, I would say overall, it's about 80% filler. This episode was about 80% filler, about 20% substance, and the 20% that was there was basically catching people in their bullcrap. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you like this whole thing with Marlo and Candy, it ain't, I don't know what they thought it was giving, but it ain't giving. It ain't giving. Okay, D. Marie, everybody stopping by the Crown dealership tomorrow. Okay, cool. That's what I'm talking about. But listen.
Sorry, I'm lost.
Hey, Google, shut up. How's she gonna get in my conversation talking about she lost? Ain't nobody called you. But anyway,
Sorry, I don't know how to help you.
Hey, Google, shut up. Oh, what's wrong with that thing? But anyway, it's not giving what they thought it was giving, okay? It's really not giving it. And I think the main thing for me with that is, when both people are wrong to a certain degree, it's like, what can we even say? On that one, I'ma say Marlo was way more wrong than Candy. Now, people could arguably say, and this is just picking up from last week. Hey, Pasiana, how are you? Good to see you. Danya East, hello, lovely. All right, all the pretty girls have entered the building. Okay, but the way I see it is like this, right? A lot of people could say, okay, Candace should have minded her business. Okay, it's cool if that's what you want to say. I could see that. But like I said then, and I'm going to say again now, she basically said what everybody was thinking. Marlo, what the hell are you doing? People just got through criticizing you for making a decision. Now you jumping in and you got all this to say about this girl, about this man's decision about this girl's child, and trying to make it about yourself. Like, I don't know. All I'm gonna say is, if production is putting her up, yes, Google over there noisy than the son of a gun tonight, all up in our business. And I don't even think it watched the show. Sunshine say, yes, Seanitra, Google is lost just like us. We thought it was about to really be something with Candy and Marlo. They could have kept it. Yeah, they could have kept that. Had me thinking something really real was about to go down. Hey, Miss Sparkle. Okay, it didn't give. I don't know what they thought it was gonna give, but clearly it did not give what they saw. And the fact that they tried to bring that into this episode and look like from the preview they're gonna try to drag some more of that tired bickering into the next episode, I'm just over it. Watch out there now. DT is in the chat. What's happening? Yes, we're gonna talk about the show. That's right. And hit that like button as you come in, y'all. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. So it looked like that little bit of nothing of a back and forth. And I do mean a little bit of a nothing of a back and forth. It didn't amount to anything. That argument amounted to nothing. Number one, Marlo ain't had no business bothering Drew and Ralph. I don't care what Drew told you. That's one. Number two, Drew was silly to be discussing what's going on with her husband with somebody, that you basically don't even know like that. Why are you in it? Why would you even do that? And then, like I said, Candy asked the question that we all want to ask. Why in the world are you having this much energy for Ralph when people is got the same opinion about you, Marlo? Like, it just didn't make no sense. So you can't say Ram was. Who said she was wrong? I just got through saying that she said what everybody else was thinking. You got to actually listen to what I'm saying instead of what you think I'm gonna say. Don't try to predict. Being Miss Cleo ain't your forte. What's up, the divine Miss M? How you doing? I'm so glad to see you. But yeah, that was the whole thing. Hey, Veronica. So I just felt like, it went left, but Marlo caused all of it because all she had to do was mind her business. Hey, Nick Ogor. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate the support. That's what's up. Hey, Janice, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm just saying, I just be keeping it real, and I don't understand. Say Marlo was more wrong than Candy, me the Candy was wrong. Obi, I would tell you something else, but I don't. I want to protect the brand. You so busy hoping that you know what I'm going to say that you're making yourself look crazy. Like pull back. It's a brake pedal in the car for a reason. Slow down. But anyway, like I said, Marlo was wrong for that. Period. It wasn't no way around it. Just dead wrong. Dead wrong. But it still didn't amount to a big blow up. Candace said what she had to say. Marlo said what she had to say. I'm still not understanding how Todd got in the conversation. He tried it. He tried to make an argument that didn't tie itself together and ended up getting himself outed. And that was just a mess. That's right, Auntie Eva. Protect the brand. No provocations allowed. Always. But yeah, it just wasn't enough. Like it was a slight back and forth. I'm more interested in what is going down with Sonia and these other ladies at this point, and that's shocking because Sonia ain't been interesting all season long. All season. Right, Deborah. Marlo knew she went too far and tried to act like nothing happened the next morning by bringing up Portia and Simon. Epic fail. Right. You saw that? That's why, okay. Now, Deborah, you my girl on this. Are you starting to see why I'm saying I feel like Marlo is acting out a role? I feel like production has sicked her on people and she don't have no boundaries. It's like she'll just go ahead and do whatever they say. And it's tough. It's a tough position for me to take because I know the people that she's shooting at, they participated in that crap too. And I know we all know they participated in it too. But watching her do that, it doesn't seem right. You know what I mean? Like you've been kind of gritty and authentic. Now you being real fake and doing the bidding of the executives and the producers. Like it's not giving. What's up, Kimber Monique? I'm glad you made it. Ellie from Miami, thank you so much for the super sticker. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. That's what I'm saying. It comes off so disingenuous, and it's like she went way over the top, way too far, and then come back the next morning. You apologizing to Drew. You apologize, child. We'll get into it. We will get into it. So let's dig in. Let's dig in because it's just too much. Right? It's so fake. It's so fake. You say she got to get that check for them labels. The problem is she got the money for the labels. That's why them girls keep calling all kind of whores and this and that and the third. It's like, I don't know. That's why I said I can't really defend them other girls because like the very same thing that she's doing to them, they've done it. They did it to Nene and some of them have done it to her. So it's like I can't really defend them. But that don't stop me from calling out the fact that Marlo full of crap. Alita say, I don't watch the show, but it sounds like Marlo is tap dancing for the executives. Bingo. Baby Miss Thing got her tap dancing shoes on. Just call her Mr. Bojangles. Lala say, I agree. Marlo is doing the most for that peach. Nene warned her about that even when she was just a friend of the show. Right. But she couldn't listen. So much so that she quit talking to her friend when her friend didn't sign that contract because she thought that was going to stop her from being on the show. Right. Thank you, Danya East. Candy herself said they both went too far. That's what, listen, thank you, boo. I wasn't even going to go no deeper into it because some people want to believe that you are, like they want to believe you have tunnel vision. One thing about me, I see in dimensions. I can see when some people were right and some people were wrong, whether I like a person or not. But some people will assume because you don't like a person that you don't have the dimension to see all sides. I've never been that myopic. It's just not my style. Janice said, yeah, I feel you, Seanitra. And the crazy thing is she'll do anything to be on the show at this point. And I don't know at this point whether she just wants to be seen because you made your money. You've clearly made your money, Marlo. So at this point, I don't know whether she want to be seen or whether she feel like she got something to prove. That's what it's starting to look like. It's starting to look like she's got something to prove. And I'm not sure what that is, but whatever it is that she's trying to prove, let me go on the record and say, I ain't feeling it. Now, you might have been a little rough, a little raggedy, you know what I'm saying, around the edges, and that's all right. But I would rather rough, raggedy, not quite polished from St. Pete Marlo show up than this fake character that we keep having to deal with. I'm not feeling it. Okay. Well, frankly speaking, while Marlo was in the wrong for bothering with Drew, Candy inserted herself. And if she felt like she could have lost something, just like Marlo could have kept quiet, Candy could have kept quiet. See, that's the whole point. If we talking about a bunch of grown women who are supposed to be intelligent enough to make decisions that are responsible, that don't end up impacting their brand or their goddamn bag. Like, that's just so ignorant. It's just ignorant, and there's no excuse for it. Lala said exactly. I don't have to like you to tell the truth on you. Exactly. I can tell the truth on anybody. I ain't got to like you to keep it real. Hey, Diaz. And y'all know me. I keep it real and still say I still don't like that heifer. It is what it is. Lily says, I was so happy for her when she got the peach, but now I want it needs to be repossessed. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about her. Like, if she could stop putting on for the producers, if she could stop putting on for the executives, then I can deal. I don't like it. DT said I had a fun time celebrating Mark Daly's birthday, and Marco Polo needs to cut it with the fakery. We all know he's trying for Actress of the Year this season. I ain't seen Mark Daly's birthday. I must have missed it. Deborah says she's trying to prove she's right up there with Nene. She's not sharp or quick enough for that top spot. She's not. Marlo lacks in the vocabulary department, and I'm not being mean or picking because of her background. I'm just saying she is not. When it comes to the linguistics, Marlo is falling short, and it's not just because of her speech impediment. It's because of her lack of wit. You cannot continually and consistently show up to a battle of wits unarmed. You don't have it. That's why she resorts to roasting. And on a level of, you know, a 3-year-old, to me, she's not even the best roaster. She's not even like at a 5 on a 1 through 10 scale. She don't have it. I wouldn't doubt that they bring her back. She doing everything they said. Why wouldn't they bring her back? They done brought Candy back consistently season after season with no storyline. They brought Cynthia back season after season with no storyline and no personality. Don D said it almost feels as if she's trying to give y'all won't regret giving me a peach. Well, if that's the case, she sure giving it to him because she doing whatever them people tell her to do. And it's not a good look. Like, at first it was like, all right, it's a little funny. But now I just feel like it's overdone and it's a bit much. Lala say, sis, we called it, right? Remember, before the season even started, we noticed how she was taking on the traits of previous cast members from the show. She's playing a character for sure. You know what? We did say that. We did. When she was up there doing Portia impressions, and I don't know what she doing with this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's not giving. It's not cool to watch. It ain't interesting. It ain't fun. It's just right, Deborah. She ain't ready for prime time. She ain't ready for no time. Just no time. DT say, I don't know, but one thing is for sure. Andrea Cohen really loves Marco Polo this season. Of course she does. Of course Andy loves her because she doing whatever Andy them want her to do. That's what's not a good look to me. What up, nephew? All right. Mika. Oh, I love your picture. Give us complexion, give us face, girl. And this is why she has to go low, because she's not smart enough to win a tongue battle. Eva showed us that. Right. And how pitiful is it that you let the likes of Eva Marcel tongue lash you? Eva Marcel. I'm sorry, Eva Pickford. You let Eva Pickford out-talk you. Eva Pickford. Child, stop. Because I still don't know where the hell she got that Marcel from. You are Eva Pickford. Girl, ain't none of us gonna get it back, and that's why we finna talk about them. You say she ready for therapy time. She need to stay in therapy. I'm gonna need her never to skip a session. Maybe she need to go 3 times a week. Giving flunky vibes. Oh yeah. Not I'm just saying, Eva Pickford, because that was the name she came out with. All of a sudden, once you became somebody, now you Eva Marcel. No, you Eva Pickford. We saw you on ANTM, girl. Stop it. I mean, why are we going there to the whole smart? What are we talking about? You got to be brain smart to be whole smart, or else you end up being a hoe to end up paying the men instead of the men paying you. So that's one thing that she figured out how to do. Okay, so we ain't finna go there because, like I said, when it comes to this show, I don't really want to hear the whole talk too heavy because all of them is hoes over there. In the words of Trick Daddy Dollars, you a hoe, but you can't help it. So we ain't finna start talking about the hoes unless we finna run down the whole roster, the whole goddamn roster. And they finally brought one in that probably ain't got no whole facts. But this episode was 80% filler. Period. Jerry, I say this episode shows that they stalking my girl Portia. Even when she not on the show, I think the producer's plan was for Marlo to talk about Portia with someone, but R. Candy was pissed. Yeah, R. Candy was up there mad as hell, child, over nothing. Right. Hey, U.S. Army Brad. Child, I'm trying to keep up with y'all comments. Yeah, how you let that heifer destroy you, just rip you down? The likes are evil. Evil. Child boo. That's light work. That is light work. And I ain't feeling it. Lala said exactly. I don't like the way they talk under each other's clothes. It's not ladylike. It ain't cute either. It ain't cute. It ain't cute, especially when the one talking is just as dirty as the one they talking about. I'm just like, again, I don't know what they think is giving, but it is not giving what they think is giving. Okay? And I'm going to go on the record as saying that. So let's dig in. Let's get down to it. Let's go ahead and run through it. So they start off with Sonia and Sheree. Sheree talking about, she bringing body or whatever, and she heard that the men in Kingston like body, so she was bringing body. Candy in there with Mayetta still talking about Marlo. No, I'm sorry, that wasn't when she was with Mayetta. She was in there with Todd, still talking about Marlo the next morning. Girl, get over it. Y'all had a couple of words back and forth. She inserted herself in their conversation, and you inserted yourself in theirs. At the end of the day, even though, let me say this, even though I understand why Candy asked the question, because I probably would have did it too, if we're going to keep it all the way real, it was on Drew to ask that question. Why the hell Drew ain't asked that question? It ain't like you so close with Marlo, girl, because we just caught you sitting up with Candy talking about Marlo. So you ain't that close with her. Why the hell you didn't check her and say, girl, I know I talked to you about that, but this ain't about you. And my son is not in the same position that you was in. Plus, you don't want nobody judging you. Try not to judge my husband. Like, let's just squash that and talk about something else. But instead of Drew talking up, Candy jumped in it. So now you all upset because you jumped in, brought out her personal business. You could have shut Marlo down without even doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I understand the question. Now here you are the next morning, y'all trying to drag that little tide back and forth into the next episode. It's too much. Danya say, but this isn't the first time Marlo and Candy have gone at it. True. Did y'all see the flashback? So what's the difference this time? Why Candy's so pissed? Child, that's what I want to know. Please tell me, sis, because production show been bringing out all the receipts. DT say, RHOA, she need to pay her PPP loans, conga line of boyfriends Whitfield, bringing body, but still not bringing someone to pay for that chateau. That's why she keep getting her con men, child. What's up, Cha-Cha? Okay, so listen. That went on. They still complaining. Todd talking about, I think she real insecure about something. Well, Todd, I got one thing for you, Suge. Why you saying you think Marlo's still insecure about something? What I'm waiting on you to say is that you didn't say that crap about your wife, and then you didn't correct it, and you let her hear it in the street first. That ain't cute to me, sir. You still ain't denied it one time, and I ain't digging that. Not one time have you denied it. You in there trying to make her feel better. And I'm gonna tell you what I think, Danya. I think what was different this time was that she heard something funny that her husband had to say about her. And she hadn't heard that before. I think that's what hit different. I think that what Marlo threw out there carelessly was something that gave credence to all the things that everybody already knows about Todd. I think that's what hit different. I think that's why it felt different for her. That's what I believe. And mind you, Marlo really shouldn't have did that to that lady because you know them cameras was there. If you just wanted to tell her that, you could have put it on a note and passed it to her. You know what I mean? Like you do in church, pass a note. She ain't had to do that. And then on top of that, her doing that, Todd didn't even deny it. I'm still not okay with that. Miss Peaches say Candace still mad about Marlo calling her a garden tool. I mean, for what? Everybody know you's a hoe. Everybody in town done called you a hoe. I don't know why you so mad because Marlo said it. And you done call Marlo all types of hoes. So the fact that she brought up your whole fact shouldn't upset you like that. Hell, you low-key tried to call Kenya a hoe because she didn't want you playing with a coochie. So, you know what I'm saying? Candy need to chill out with stuff like that. Just stop it. You gotta say less when you know you sensitive. Alita say production trying to dumb down the audience with the shenanigans. That is obvious for those who have common sense. It's true. It's true. And I actually caught a couple of glimpses of Watch What Happens Live tonight. And I wasn't pleased. You had Marlo on there with Toya from Married to Medicine. I'm sorry, Married to Medicare. Let me use their real name. And they up there talking about where people done had sex at and all that. I'm like, y'all are so trashy. And in my opinion, that's the direction Andy wanted them to go. Andy don't want them looking dignified in any way. Let's talk about who's sleeping with who. Let's talk about whole stuff. Let's talk about who screwed who where. Just anything vulgar. Let's go ahead and make these black ladies do it. And I'm just not with it. DT say Todd and Lena need to stop involving himself in women's business. He does. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's what it was, Miss Peaches. I think that's really what it was. Child, I would have called him Todrico. Because he strikes me as a Drico. Lala say the angry elf on the shelf Todd knows what Marlo said was true. That's why he didn't try to defend himself. And that's why when Marlo said it, he was trying to get loud. Yeah, don't get loud now. Don't get loud now. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, that was a pure case of when inserting yourself went wrong for all parties involved. Marlo inserted herself, and that number one, it wasn't a good look. Candy called her out, which I appreciate in a way. In a way, I appreciate that because Marlo was making me cringe. And then here come Todrica trying to pull an embarrassment, and then it was a Uno reverse, is what that was. But anyway, I'm not here for Todd. I'm not here for it. Stop trying to calm her down so she don't think about what she really mad about. Because I feel like Todd knows very clearly what that lady is really mad about. And he would rather let's focus the conversation on Marlo than to talk about why you really mad and why you have every right to be mad. I don't care what the hell you had to say about her. She should not have heard it in the street. She should have heard it from you first, sir. With your little pocket robbing tail. I can't stand him. I'm sorry, y'all. So anyway, they heading into Kingston, honey. She taking them to Kingston. Say she gonna host a race with Marlo and Drew because they say they gonna run. Marlo, Kenya, and Candy was late, but Marlo and Candy actually made it to the bus. Kenya didn't. Sonia gonna give Drew an Olympic uniform, and Drew over there accusing her of trying to show off the Olympic stuff again. And I think it was, she looked for any excuse to let somebody know you was in the girl. We know you was in the Olympics. That's the only reason you on the show. You boring as hell. So we know you was in the Olympics, girl. DT said Todrica pulling embarrassing take since popping the choo-choo chugga big red car on cheesy coochie candy. What are we gonna do with you, DT? Since popping the choo-choo chugga big red car on cheesy coochie candy. I'm done. I'm so dead. Yes, it's true now. It's true. Right, that's the only reason she there. What else is she bringing? She's not interesting at all. There's nothing interesting about her. I agree with Drew on that one. I think that's why she did it. He'll take this or whatever. Drew says that her and Marlo connected on a level, and production showed the conversation between them, which is why I'm still looking at her like, why you up there hugging it out with Marlo, and We connected on a different level. Then you set up with Candy to talk about Marlo. Like, girl, you better stop. Because even though Marlo got a whole speech impediment and the education of a third grader, she'll still roast you to hell and you're going to end up crying. You're going to be out there with that blonde wig again with them tied rehearsed reeds. Right. You call her swamp you. I'm through. Niecy Rose. Hello, gorgeous. You made it. Yay. Okay. But yeah, so that was interesting. She apologized to Ralph and said that she, once she heard he wasn't going to do it, that she just got set off or whatever. So she apologized. That was cool, I guess. But the best thing, rather than apologizing, you could have just kept your mouth shut. I don't know. I mean, okay, so let me ask y'all this. Because I know it's some brothers in here, but it's mostly sisters. So now, if you talking to your homegirl and you tell her something that your husband did or is doing or about to do or you think he gonna do that's upsetting you, is it okay for her to come back and repeat what you said or start like going in on him referencing what you said? Is that cool? Or should Drew have really had a problem with the fact that, girl, I talk with you off sides, like, two women talking woman to woman. Why would you come back and say something like that to him? And you basically letting him know that I'm sitting up with you talking. Am I wrong or is that a problem? To me, it's a problem. Allie from Miami, hey boo, say, can we make a vote to stop using business trips as girl trips? I'm assuming you mean as. Yeah, they probably need to. Miss Kaiser so say Marlo apologizes and she keep doing the same thing over and over. Yeah, but this was Drew's first time. I want to know why Drew didn't check her for the fact that we talking and you went and repeated it. Right, DV, that's what I'm saying. Like, that ain't cool. She talked with you about how she felt about it. Why would you go and repeat it? Okay, Cha-Cha. Okay, nephew say he need to know our answers. He trying to learn the do's and the don'ts. Okay, not cool. Right. It should have been kept woman to woman. Okay. DT say, hell no, that causes distrust. It's deeper than it causing distrust. That's the violation. Marlo was all the way out of pocket. It's a problem. Okay, I see problem. Niecy Rose say huge problem. Okay, Sunshine too say huge problem. Okay, I thought I was tripping because I'm sitting there like, this girl done talk to you privately and you going to repeat it. And it's not even like you pulling a Candy where Candy talked with Marlo and repeated it to another girlfriend. You actually sat down with her. She talked to you privately, which she ain't had no business doing. Let me be clear. But then for you to go back and say something to her husband, did you think about the fact that you might be causing problems in this girl's house? You don't know how that man gonna take the fact that she was discussing something with you that went on in their house. It's one thing to be production's pet, and it's another thing to be selfish and reckless. Especially when your friend girl's marriage looks shaky in a mug. Why would you do something like that? Sunshine say, and don't address my imaginary husband in regards to anything I discuss with you. Exactly. Don't address him, period. I don't care if you need him to change a light bulb. You ask me to ask him. All that addressing people's husbands and stuff, it ain't cute. You want to say something, say it to her. Now, what she said to Candy, she said it to Candy. She didn't address Todd until Todd addressed her. But when it came to Ralph, Marlo was so far out of pocket. She had no business saying nothing to that woman's husband. And I do mean nothing. She was so wrong for that. I don't have words for it. It was too much for me. I wasn't feeling it. So she apologized and I'm like, okay, whatever. So then, hold on. Drew didn't check Marlo because she don't want Marlo talking crap to her. Oh, well, if you sitting up running your mouth to Candy, the Billy Goat will eventually let it be known that you said something. And then Marlo's still going to talk crap to you. And Lord have mercy, you got plenty of ammo for her. From your wigs to your shoes and them flat feet. DT say Marlo need to go suck a sugar daddy. Ooh. Have mercy. Chocolate Sunshine says she don't care about people's relationships. She sure don't. Janice say it's a real problem. You talking to other girls is one thing, but saying something to dude, hell no, we fighting. Right. I'm like, what was that about? Lala say that's a prime example of why you have to keep your marriage sacred problems. Right. Or no problems. Present a united front, especially in public. Right. And you surely don't talk to your single girlfriends about what's going on between you and your husband. No, ma'am. Number one, they ain't got nothing to lose, so they don't understand what you got to lose. And some of them might want you to lose it. Right, Lily. Ask me, not him. Thank you. Thank you. Candy gonna tell it. Oh, the Billy Goat gonna tell it. She gonna get the bleeding around that mug, and it's gonna be on. And then who gonna help you and save you from Marlo's mouth? Cause Candy show ain't. Candy couldn't save herself. All she could do was sit up and say, "I'm worldwide." And girl, you only became worldwide when you got on Housewives. Cause before that, people knew of Escape. You wasn't no super group, and ain't nobody know none of y'all names while y'all was in there. Billy Goat, stop it. DV say Marlo is unable to care about others' relationships because she never been in one and can't relate. Now, there might be a reason, sis, but that ain't no excuse. Marlo was wrong. Sunshine say Marlo don't understand the fundamentals of a real relationship because she never been in one. I agree, but you know, you a woman, you know girl law. You know girl law. That's like you sit up and complain about, you seen some girl text your man or something crazy like that. That ain't for your friend girl to run up on him. Who's that girl texting your phone? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just out of line. Marlo was dead wrong for that. I'm really more irritated that Drew didn't check her and Candy had to say anything. I'm more irritated by that. Danya said exactly. I've said the same thing. I don't know who Candy is until Housewives. Yeah, wasn't nobody checking for Candy except for the men's. DT say cheesy coochie candy is worldwide up the grasslands of Neverland. Right. DT be clowning, child. But yeah, then production gonna ask Candy, should she be apologizing to you? And Candy's like, I don't want her apology, blah, blah, blah. Girl, we know. We know, but I feel like that's misplaced anger, honey. Because just like Danya said, y'all done got into it before. She done called you a big mama, sugar mama, and everything on the reunion and all. So what was so different this time, other than the fact that she let you know that that man that you laying up next to every night, they got to climb on that step stool to get on your bed, he don't really like you, sis. He don't really like you, sir. Because if he did, he would have told you, hey, girl, that was my first impression of you. And then you messed around and had me hooked. He ain't told her nothing because he still feel that way. That's what she mad about. She need to work on that misplaced aggression. But anyway, so then you got Kenya. Candy gonna say that Kenya say she don't think but not she didn't say that Kenya said it, but she said that she don't think Kenya coming because Kenya said nobody checked to make sure she ate last night. I'm confused because I thought that last night was when they was at dinner. If y'all was at dinner, ain't nobody had to check to make sure you eat. You make sure yourself eat, and then say she had to eat this morning, and Sheree interjected everybody ate breakfast together, so I don't know what that means, and said she had to eat. And so Sonia called her and was like, girl, you coming? So I'm trying to leave in probably like 5 minutes or whatever. And so she was like, okay, I'm going to try. Then production show what she doing. She looking out the window, playing with blinds, talking about, ooh, that's a nice beach. And just liar. She said that, listen, any one of y'all that like Kenya and y'all want to know why I don't like her, it's because she always lying. It's the line for me. I can't take her. You knew you wasn't going to try to come. You should have told that girl, no, go head on and leave without me. And I'm going to catch back up with y'all because I'm running behind. She could have said anything, and it would have been more honorable than lying, talking about, I'm going to try. And you had that girl sit there for an extra 5 minutes or however long she sat waiting on you. When you could have told her, no, go head on. Don't fall behind your schedule. I'm behind. I'm going to get myself together, and then I'm going to catch up to y'all. I don't know why Kenya have such a hard time. That thing can lie for Africa. Have mercy. I just don't understand it. That was a lie she ain't even had to tell. She always being trifling. When is she not trifling? It's so rare that she's not trifling. Oh, DT said, I need 60 more likes, y'all. Thumbs up, y'all. Please. 1, 2, 3. Hit the thumb. Hit the thumb. So anyway, She waited. She went ahead and the girl ended up leaving, which she should have. She texted her and told her. So she said she called her first, and the hooker wouldn't answer the phone. And so then she ended up texting her. Then she responded and was like she understood. To me, that's bull crap. You could have told that lady that from the gate. Why have her waiting on you? That's so inconsiderate, so trifling, so Kenya. Guess she can't help herself. Trifling is as trifling does. So then let's get on back. Let's get on back to dry, boring Sonia. So she brings them into Kingston. She's showing them the neighborhood where she from. Showed her the house she lived in. Told them she lived there till she was 12. And whew, she saw what she called Auntie Sharon. And then turned out that ain't her real auntie. You know, that's auntie like black people talk. Just auntie. Everybody's auntie. Alita says, in African, we don't need no more lies, please and thank you. Right, as an African, I also concur. But that girl can lie enough for everybody on the continent. I promise you. She could have put Buhari out of business. Deborah said, I can't stand Kenya. There's nothing I can find to like about her. She's still using that fake marriage / divorce to try and play in our sympathies. Right, and it ain't worked on me from day one. Danya E said, and production was so messy showing her up. She wasn't trying to go nowhere at all. At all. But listen. So she meet up with the auntie hugged her and whatever, and she was, gushing, said the lady was real sweet to her, and the auntie seemed nice little old lady, real sweet little old lady, looks like. They left from there. I guess they getting back on there. They asked what they thought about dude. Todd outed the little boy that Kenya met, talking about that he said when he left, he was finna go change clothes, and he'll hit Kenya up later. And I was like, ain't it already late? Why are you snitching on this boy is what I don't understand, but whatever. Then they go to this dry, boring ice cream shop and some yard next to it or whatever, where she said her parents got married. I'm like, okay, is this a history lesson? That's why I said this show was 80% fillers today. Sheree checked on Marlo, like, how you doing after last night? And Marlo still don't see where she was wrong. She was like, why was Candy in it? Okay, while that might be a valid question, why was Candy in it? Why was there anything for Candy to be in, Marlo? You should have kept your mouth shut. That was none of your business. You inserted yourself. And when Marlo said that, and she couldn't take no ownership for the bull crap at that moment, what I felt was, hey, I was doing what them people asked me to do, and you wasn't supposed to be in it. But I just don't like it. I don't know. Again, it ain't giving what they think is giving. It's not. It's giving me some real live step and fetch it energy, and I ain't really with it. That's all she could say. Candy over there talking about it again with Monietta. I'm like, oh my God, y'all, let it go. Let it go. She mad that I'm mad you gonna disrespect my husband in his face or whatever. Girl, life has disrespected your husband. That man is a whole loser. The only thing he won was marrying you. Lala say Todrick loves getting sassy these days. He telling everybody business. Oh yeah, he mad because Candy trying to fix that paperwork where he can't rob her kid. What I want Candy to do is wake up and smell the coffee. Don't be thinking, okay, I'm gonna exit the marriage. It just ain't work. Girl, exit because this Negro played you. Accept the fact that he's a liar. He finessed you. He played you. Your mama was right, and run for the hills. The divine Miss M said, did anyone hear Marlo call Auntie Sharon beautiful? Lady had a mask on, girl, bye. Yeah, she did call her beautiful. You know what I mean? But I don't think that's wrong. That's a nice older lady. I don't think it's wrong to, compliment our elders. It's some of them that might look like a whole rock formation in the face. It's okay to call them beautiful. They don't live long enough. They deserve a compliment or two. I don't think it's going to hurt nobody. I heard her say it, though. I was like, okay, we can't really see her, but all right, I respect it. Who am I? Yeah, right, Auntie Eva. She got very little sense of right and wrong. DT said, at this rate, American Airlines could improve their first class by the time Sooty Swampia finishes her history lesson. Child, I didn't know why we had to sit through the history of Kingston. I'm not understanding Marlo either, other than she being paid off. It's true. Now, we ain't gonna pretend like all our elders are lovely ladies, but ain't nothing wrong with telling them they lovely. If they hadn't been here, we couldn't be. So, let's show them some love. regardless. I don't think that'll hurt nothing. Pour a little sugar on them. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. But anyway, they did all that. Kenya shows up late to the ice cream place, being loud, dancing around. I don't know what this routine is that she doing. Maybe she had a drink before she got there. I don't know. It was almost giving drunk Kenya, which y'all know I like drunk Kenya, but it was a little off. Sonia took her to the side to confront her. Kenya, why couldn't you be there for me? Like, why would that happen? Oh, I've been there the whole time. I've been doing it. But, I had a conversation with Brooklyn. Girl, we just saw you ain't had no conversation with Brooklyn. You was playing and looking out the window watching the beach. Okay? No, not the alprazolam, not the Xanax. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. DT said that's why everyone said Todrick is the wife and with the childbearing hips. She talked like Pacific aunties after a church service. Now, you know what? Lala say he the worst kind of girlfriend because he gonna take your money and tell all your secrets. Now, that's the thing I'm worried about when she split up with him. Is he gonna try to damage her brand? That's my real concern with that. Maybe she got a tune-up from the youngster. Oh. Well, she still could have just told Sonia, like, girl, go ahead. Because some things went down last night. And the girl moving a little slow. So go ahead and I'm going to meet you. Rather than have that girl wait on her. That wasn't nice. Lisa said, I think we got the borderline drunk Kenya tonight. Okay. I do think production is feeding Marlo. Yes, I do. I think she is over there tap dancing for production. I believe it. I believe that's exactly what Marlo is doing. And she's full of crap. Somebody need to tell her she's full of it. So Kenya up there, doing her normal. Oh, I had a conversation with Brooklyn and she don't want to talk to her daddy. He don't want to come to Atlanta. Why the hell would he come to Atlanta? That man ain't never been. Lord, Kenya just be doing my nerves. And it was so funny. Sonia went by because she in the confessional talking about, here you go again, sis. This is the second time you blaming it on your ex-husband, blaming it on Mark. And, basically she know it's a cop-out. And she was like, the math ain't mathing. It ain't. We all see it. Nobody else won't say it. So I find it interesting that Sonia, of all people, is calling it out because everybody else is sitting there like they really believe this crap that Kenya is shoveling. And she's shoveling mountains of it. You think Todd gonna tell everything? She had all them girls they take to the bedroom sign an NDA. She need to make Todd sign an NDA. Because I'm telling you, when they split and she cover her money right and he can't rob her like he want to, he's going to be behaving like somebody that is bitter and resentful, and we don't know what he might do. Oh, Lord, Deborah say, no, we got the same line, Kenya. We did. Marlo doing a step and fetch it. May he rest in peace. Yes, she is. Kenya got to stop using that baby and man as an excuse. Sick of it. She is. I'm telling you, I don't understand. The cameras were there, Kenya. You wasn't on the phone, Suge. You wasn't. Lala said if Kenya does come back next season, I think the stipulation should be her being happy, in love, or being drunk at all times. I take either one. Either one. DV say, do you think Candy will leave Todd? She comes off as if she just stand to say she's married. I think she is. I think she's hanging in there as long as she can. But I'm going to say this. It looked like she's starting to get a little smarter around the edges. But I also feel like she's going to hang on as long as she can. As long as she can. I think she'll be there till she can't take it no more. But whenever she do decide to leave Todrick or Todrickle, I just feel like he's gonna do something spiteful. I don't trust Drickle. Don D say, what do a 4-year-old on their own? Why would a 4-year-old on their own not want to speak to their parent? Sounds like a lie. She don't mind telling it. Alita say Drickle is a ma'am sir scorn. It is. Did you say her marriage certificate signed by DHL? I ain't fooling with you. You think Todd now you know what? It'll be messed up for him to do her like he been treating her and this all this embarrassment, and people been sitting up calling her a sugar mama, knowing he taking advantage of her, and then for her to wait and let him leave her first, she need to leave him first. What's up, Megan? Yes, Tadrika. I'm sick of Drika. I am tired of Drika. He getting his case ready to. Yes. He been doing that since summer before last, when he was all on social media talking about he tired of being daddy daycare, to make it look like I'm the one take care of the kids. If she ain't too slick, that Negro will pull a feather line on her. He'll mess around and get custody of her babies and be going after her for goddamn child support. I don't trust Drika. Right. Elf is the type to put the mama on child support. I don't trust Drika. You say Drika will leave her and run her real husband, Don Juan. I don't think Don Juan want Drika. Don't nobody want no liability. Don Juan ain't desperate enough to mess with Drika. I'm sick of him though. Like, he really think he's slick. And he ain't fooling nobody but Candy. He swear he's slick though. You can't tell him nothing. But anyway, so that happened. Like I said, I'm real glad that, somebody see through this crap about Mark this, Mark that. You and Mark ain't never been together. I believe it. I stand by it. Okay. Then Marlo spoke to Candy on the bus trying to bring up Portia and Simon and what he bought her. And, she wasn't responding to her. And I'm going to say this. I respect that. That was the best thing for Candy to do. I don't want to talk to you. Ain't no point in responding. What I didn't like was, Marlo, you see this lady's not responding to you. She don't want to talk to you. Let me tell you something. Even if you didn't do nothing wrong, which, if I'm going to be real, Marlo really ain't did nothing to Candy. They had words like they always do. But whatever the case may be, however you feel about it. There go Mama's peanut. But however you feel about it, if somebody's offended at you and they don't want to talk to you, leave them people alone. If you apologize and they telling you, hey, keep your sorry, keep your apology, leave them alone. What do you think you're doing? This lady telling you keep your sorry, I don't want to talk to you. Marlo talking about you being petty. Maybe she is, but guess what? People got a right to be petty. If she don't want to talk to you, let her not talk to you. Let me take it a step further. It's better she don't talk to you. Would you rather somebody to be in your face and be phony? If they don't like you, you don't like them, be out in the open with it and leave each other alone. I'm not understanding what is this pathological need to be bothered with somebody who ain't got no interest in being bothered with you. Marlo about to get on my nerves. My last good one, really. You say too soon for an apology, let it simmer down. But okay, here's the real thing, King St. Carl. What the hell is she apologizing for? Let me tell you something. If I tell you the truth, I'm apologizing for nothing. He said it, If he'd have kept his mouth shut, Marlo wouldn't have never told it. Period. What the hell are you apologizing for? Candy mad at the wrong person. The Negro said it and he didn't even tell you about it first. He let you hear about it from the likes of Marlo. Now that's just that on that. If somebody don't want to talk, leave them alone. Lala said exactly. This is the longest non-existent marriage divorce in history. Kenya, girl, let it go. She ain't gonna let it go. She don't want to admit that she was out here making deals for babies. Auntie Eva say Marlo really behaves like she got a personality disorder. Child, that's what you call that. You buy that? That ain't no personality disorder. That's some bad acting and being on the payroll for production. Now that's what that is. She ain't fooling me. Even say Candy been looking for a reason to not blank with Marlo the whole season. She need to leave Candy alone. Right. Leave her alone. And you know what I think though, baby girl? I think she want to keep talking to Candy because them people done told her to get Candy. So it's kind of hard to go back and forth and get somebody if they avoid you and don't talk to you. Denise says she gonna mess around and nobody gonna want to film with her. That ain't gonna happen because she got too many pushovers on there. Think about it, Janice. Drew don't like her, but Drew steady in her face, right? You got Sonia in her face. Okay? You got Sheree in her face. Ain't nobody really mad but Kenya and Candy, and them the two people that seem like them people is out to get. So it really ain't gonna matter. You know what I mean? This is a setup. Right. That's what she say, for hurting your feelings. Ain't that something? Leave that girl alone. If she mad, let her stay mad and mind your business. Let her stay mad. You know you did what them people told you to do. Tend to your own doggone business. That's what it is. That's all it is. But anyway, so that went on and they went back and forth and I didn't understand the purpose, but I guess that's just, they got to drag this thing out. They got to drag it out. So anyway, they get to the track and Sonia again regaling us with Olympic stories. I'm kind of with Drew on this one. I'm tired of hearing about your Olympics and your big dreams and your this and your that. This the track where I first ran and it was, to me, it was just as corny as Drew Sidora pulling out that old picture from high school where she ran track. And I feel like if you was on the track team, what did you run? What was your event, girl? With them clumsy flat feet. Hey, Dora. Alita say, Marlo is tap dancing hard, sis. Her heel about to fall off. Yeah, I'm surprised she could feel the sole of her foot. All that tap dancing she doing. Lala say Marlo is rude and nasty when she wants to be, and even more so if a check is involved. But Candy is reaching with this beef. Yeah, she reaching because she don't want to argue with Todd, because that's who she really mad at. That's who she mad at in real life. It's Todd, but she don't want to argue with him because she feel like things are already a little shaky. So it's easier to argue and be mad at Marlo. Let's misplace it. So anyway, she was talking about her record. It was the U.S. record. She ran in 448 seconds, which ain't nothing to sneeze at. That's some good speed. She's the Flash. So that was real, real cool. We talked about she got backlash for running for the U.S. They had better resources, blah, 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 blah. Then here you come with Candy. Oh, we're in the presence of greatness. Like, girl, bye. You still think you was worldwide because somebody had your song in a karaoke machine. And the people who likely picked your song still didn't know who the hell was singing it. But I digress. Then they went to placing bets. Kenya told me, I bet on Drew because Marlo probably got those lipo garments on and it. Kenya, wrong road. Then, right, Catherine Bennett, how you doing, girl? Yep, fast forward. Blah, 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 smackety, smackety. So then Candy like, I'm not betting on Marlo. I don't care if it was a whole race. I wouldn't bet on Marlo and I know she win. See, this is the stuff right there. Now think about it. Y'all, I want y'all to stop right here. Now, y'all heard what she said, even if it was a whole race. Now, you done talked about sponsors. You done called this lady a whole 9 different ways. But then at the end of the season, when you find out she called you one, oh, you ready to hit the ceiling. Oh, she called me a hoe. I can't believe she called me a hoe. She called me a hoe. You don't call her how many different types of hoes? And Candy, you the one out there with the rumors floating that you was screwing a man and his daddy. Ma'am, stop. Not to mention them people's husbands. This is what I'm talking about. Stop all this calling people, you a hoe, you a hoe, you a hoe. All y'all some hoes. This the real hoes of Atlanta. Stop it. That's why I ain't understand all that running after Portia. She a hoe, she a hoe. Says the hoe. You bringing whole women into bed with you and your husband talking about they signing NDAs. Ma'am, if you don't stop. If you don't stop. Now, that's a good point, too. That's a good point, too. It might have been easier to make it onto the American team. But she did get gold and she did get records. And I'm sure there were Jamaicans in them races. And she's, her team still won. So, she got 1 3/4 gold medals. Now, we're going to give her that. Alita say, no, she didn't say the presence of greatness. Who that is on the show. That's right. We got who that. Very hypocritical. Very hypocritical. Say exactly. What's good for the goose should be good for the gander. A legend at what? Who is the legend? You got to give me more information. Because I didn't see one legend on that screen. So you're going to have to give me more info, sis. Ellie from Miami said, remember, Block already told on Candy. He ain't the only one told on Candy. He ain't the only one. That's why I'm like, just stop. Y'all chill out with all this calling. You a hoe, you a hoe. All y'all got friendly coochies. All of them got friendly coochies. So stop that running around pointing the finger. It's not. Again, it don't give what you think it's giving. All it do is make us look at you and remember all your dirt. That's what I want to know. Who the legend be? Who the legend be? Kingston Carr say the presence of greatness, like she was talking about the Most High. Thank you. Maybe she thought she saw Antonio Brown because he compared himself with Jesus. So I don't know. What's up with the lays? You say how on hoe? I just want to know who is the hoe. All of them, everybody running around doing that. That's not cute. Right. Now that's true. That's true. No, they didn't accuse her of messing with Eddie. Because I might have thought about Eddie. They accused her. The accusation is that she went with Jermaine Dupree and his daddy, not Gerald and his daddy. Right. Hey, Tyra Hill. Lala say the irony is not lost upon me. Candy received a songwriting Grammy and not one for singing. When it comes to hitting them Billy Goat notes, I'm sure they never heard her in every galaxy. I'm sure they've heard her in every galaxy. Maybe. Don D says it's almost as if it's a prerequisite to be on the show to be a 304. That's what I'm saying. Like it ain't, I don't know. I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say is I don't know. And I ain't got them kind of skeletons in my closet, and I'm not comfortable doing it. Don't do that. Don't do that. And I just, again, there go Candy if it was a whole race. Girl, she ain't call you a hoe at that table. She talked about the fact that man you married to said you was country and lame and that you paying for him. Now, that's what she said. Okay? But I can understand her saying you're not going to vote. You wouldn't dare vote for Marlo because you still mad at her when you really need to be mad at Todd. But okay, if you say so. So they went ahead and changed their outfits or whatever. Sonia husband talking about Marlo ain't playing. Marlo came out there with a whole outfit like she was Flojo. I was looking like, Marlo, where the nails at? Like that's the only thing was missing. It was funny that Marlo came out with the whole Flojo outfit. I didn't understand that. It was cute. It was cute. But they went on and ran. Marlo barely won, which is saying something because Marlo somebody don't work out, and y'all know she don't work out. That girl went in there with Sheree, and they supposed to been working out. She done sat down on the machine talking about this ain't her thing. And Drew, you supposed to be Miss Drop It with Drew. How you let somebody who openly tell you they don't work out outrun you? When Marlo want to lose weight, she go see a doctor. You said you dropped 21 pounds in how many days or whatever she said, whatever the lie was. And this girl that outran you, it shouldn't have been possible. And you supposed to be the X-Track star and all this other stuff, and then took 2 steps and fell down talking about owl. I done ruptured my Achilles again. So it was crazy. The lady showed up, helped to get to the doctor. Then Drew was like, oh, Sonia got all the connections and I feel the love. But you still angry too. You still angry too. What you say, Candy, and that wiggle is a struggle. Child, you said it, I didn't. I agree, though. So they was all playing, oh, nah. Oh, I know what you talking about. I ain't finna sing that. Right, with the lays. King said Carl said 25 pounds in 21 days. That's right. That's the lie she told. That's the lie she told. Right, because I think what she was saying was that her mascot was the Olympians, and she ran track, but she still ain't said what her event was. What was your event, girl? Because she don't look like she could throw shot put, javelin. Maybe I don't think she's tall enough to really be good at the long jump. Like I don't know what her event was. I would love to know. She might have just been the team manager. Maybe she was the water girl or something. I don't know. She's not giving me athletic at all. Alita says she counting them reps like Count Dracula. 1 and 2 and I'm done. That's exactly how Marlo count them reps. She do 2 and sit down. And that's who you let outrun you. That shouldn't even happen. That should not have happened at all. At all. But anyway, so they showed that she ended up back at the hotel. She didn't go home early. Marlo got on the bus on time the next morning to go with them to the little outfit thing. Sheree and Kenya missed the bus. Marlo went on and got there herself, I think. They showed Kenya calling down there, and it was like, Miss Moore, the bus gone, and yeah, she caused damage walking. She did. Hello, Candace Lane, how you doing? Allie from Miami said, can someone remind me why Drew and Sonia are angry with each other? Because Sonia picked the fight to try to be relevant. No, wait, I remember something stupid that no one cares about. Right, Sonia made it up. It wasn't nothing. Drew's husband thought, let's cap together. I'll write a book to match. Ooh, Tara, you shady. Oh my God. So Sonya began to tell you, right, that's what happened. Yep, y'all keep up in the chat. Lala say, since Drew loves acting so much, she should have hired a stunt double for that competition. Now that would have been slick, and I would have respected that. Like I'm with that. I'm with that all day. That makes sense to me for some reason. I like that. Get a stunt double. Don't go out there with them flat feet and hurt yourself because you ain't nothing athletic about you. You ain't built for that at all. Leave it alone. But anyway, anywho, so that went on or whatever. They get there, they having a good time. Kenya said that she called Sonia for hours and she didn't answer. Of course, Sonia said her phone was broken and she went on to work and went on about her business. And I believe it's possible the girl was working. So it's very, very possible. Then you got the issue of, hold on. Then you got the issue of Sheree talking about, I was down there at what she said, 9:30. I think she said 9:30, but production literally showed the footage where she was on the beach at 9:30. So it's no way that you was down there waiting in the lobby at 9:30 because you weren't there. You were on the beach. That's what the camera said. So I was a little confused at that. Like, do they not realize the camera is keeping track of what you actually doing? It just does it. I don't know. It didn't make sense. It didn't track. And I don't know what, maybe y'all could tell me in the chat. What was the motive, do y'all think, for Sheree and Kenya to make up this thing that, we was on time and we got uninvited? Because it felt like they were trying to pick a fight. They was trying to create an issue. I don't understand. What was the motive, do y'all think? At first, I was like, well, maybe Kenya doing this because the girl called her out on it and she's thinking that, hey, she might see the tape. She might know I'm lying. So let me just say, look what you did to me the next day to try to get the attention off of her. But with Sheree, like, girl, what was your motive for that? If you was late, you was late. But this girl was going to work. She was not going to hang out. She had to be there. Them people paying her. Now I know Sheree don't take her business serious, but that don't mean other people don't. You got a whole deal with outfit. You're not going to be late waiting on the likes of Sheree Whitfield. And Sonia had a very good point, which was if Kenya wanted to be there, she could have called a cab and got there just like she went to the ice cream shop. So I just want to know what was this about? Kingston Carr said that's a lying demon sitting over there in my Evelyn Braxton voice. Oh, I'm done. Even say they lie like they breathe. Everybody else made it right. They just have to admit they should just admit they were late. And that's the thing. Nobody even went but Marlo. Okay, so the way she had it set up for those of y'all who ain't seen it yet, she was like, it's an open invitation. If y'all want to go with me to the outfit shoot, you're welcome to go. She told them what time it was. She specifically invited. Kenya does do this crap on every trip. You're right. And they probably was. Camera time. Okay. So she said open invitation. She specifically invited Sheree and Kenya because they both say they like to work out. Everybody else, she had a catamaran set up. So she was like, if y'all don't want to come with me, the catamaran set up, go out on the boat, chill, do your thing. So when they didn't show up, she said she assumed they went and got on the catamaran. Ain't nobody show up but Marlo and her friend Adrian. So it was cool. They got there. Marlo being the big idiot she is, her husband trying to get through the lines, Aaron, and when he finally got it right, this fool gonna chill like an idiot in the back. I say, you big dummy. This man just took 11 times to get the line right. You gonna cheer and stuff. So that's basically, so while she was out there with Marlo, she tells her, my phone got lost. Like, I don't have my phone. And so she had already said that. It ain't like it was something she just said when they asked her about it. So it just kind of is what it is. And Marlo was over there, with her, they having a good time, and, just saying that she enjoyed this, the surroundings, the settings, and all that. Some more filler stuff, nothing much else to talk about. Okay. Then they show Candy and Drew. Now, this right here is where Drew got on my nerves, and Candy too. So she go there and say she wanted to ask a favor. She wanted Drew to read lines with her. Since, she's still working, she got an audition. And so she want to try to get ready for the audition. Mind you, you ain't no actress. That's why you came to this girl for help. So y'all explain to me why in the world, when Drew tries to help her and asks her about some kind of method that they use to get ready for character, she said the 5, checking the 5 senses and trying to like get her into a zone. You showed this, they show Candy in the confessional rolling her eyes. So why did you even ask her? I might not think too much of Drew, but the girl is an actress and she can actually act. She don't just go on the shine and talk about screwing somebody with her husband. Like, if you want to actually learn how to act, maybe your next show won't tank if you know something about the craft. I find it very interesting when people try to dabble in other people's professions and don't take it seriously. If you say you want to act, let anybody, everybody who has a career in acting talk to you, take it in. Why be snotty? Oh, I forgot. That's all Candy know how to do is be snotty. It wasn't cute. I didn't like it. Then that's when Drew pulled the stuff with Marlo. Oh, you think Marlo influencing Sonia? Because she done said stuff about her before. And I'm not gonna repeat it. So of course Candy like, what she say? And all she could come up with was that she said Sonia was a suck up. Sonia is a suck up. Period, point blank. But what you didn't mention was that it was during a conversation where she was trying to cheer you on and go along with you because you felt bad because that girl uninvited you. And she asked the question, why invite them and uninvite you? You know what I'm saying? And then called her a sucker. I ain't like that. And she was like, well, I think she messy. And the fact that you said that to Candy is because you know that's somebody Candy don't like. So, okay, this is my chance to bond with Candy. Meanwhile, when they was all jumping on you, you was trying to bond with Marlo because you ain't had a friend in the world. See, every time I want to cheer for Drew, I can't. Kingston Carr says she come across totally this interested. I guess you mean disinterested. What were you expecting her to say? I guess you wanted her to tell her some crap that was going to be easy and she wasn't going to have to use her brain cells. Candace should have been taking notes because her acting skills is lacking as hell. But typical snotty Candy couldn't listen. Jerry, I say, yes, Drew was giving our Candy valid advice. She's a subject matter expert. Exactly. But instead of listening, you up there in the confession rolling your eyes like she was doing something to you. Hell, the way I saw it on that camera, she ain't roll over there to your room. You walked into hers and asked for help. Just stink and nasty. I don't know how nobody can stand that girl. Kingston Carr said, Candace, stay trying, Drew. Like when she asked her to say and didn't think she was going to be able to. Right. And she sung her socks off. She always doing it. She's a snotty heifer. Deborah say that's why Candy on every TV role show I watched is the same Candy in RHOA. Right, because she doesn't take the craft seriously. She's not willing to study or try to get better at any of it. She just wants it to fall in her lap like songwriting did. Because shut up, Seanitra. I'm just saying, she likes things to fall in her lap. And ain't nothing wrong with a blessing falling out the sky. But everything ain't going to work like that. Some stuff you're going to actually have to work at. Candace thinks too highly of herself and doesn't think anyone can help her. Right. So why not leave that girl alone? Drew was definitely being a suck up in that moment. Talking about the fact that Marlo called Sonia a suck up. Ain't nobody called you one, but you are one. The way you let them people kick you all in your behind. Yeah, miserable. Miserable. Just horrible. I ain't like that whole scene got up under my nerves. Both of them being full of crap was too much. And anyway, then you get to the catamaran. You got Sheree and her friend, Kenya, and Monyetta and her clear man, her clear husband. So they gets on the boat, they party and whatever. That was boring, that was dry. Kenya say this her getting her groove back. I'm like, boy, what a dry groove. Then she's like, oh, I'm mad at Sonia, but I'm not mad because she had fun. My thing is, if you had fun, what you mad about? You know what I'm saying? If you had a good time, all that mad should have went right out the window. Lita say, I can't stand anyone that open their mouth when they talk. Yes, I'm that pretty. I'm that petty. Open your mouth. Yeah, that all that wide stretching of the mouth. No, it's a bit much. It's a bit much. Steven Tyler, you ain't. You ain't got to do all that. So anyway, then Kenya gonna ask her about she by Sheree. This girl says she having a fashion presentation, y'all. Sheree say she ain't finna make the mistake now more time calling it a fashion show for y'all to clown her. She ain't doing it. She says she downgraded it to a fashion presentation so that way, you know, it'll lower expectations. How sad is that? Kenya talking about she want a model. And so when Sheree said, let me see you walk, she talking about I done modeled before. I done modeled. I'm a ex-beauty queen, a beauty pageant winner, and I done walked on many people's runways. And then she said literally too. I thought that was funny. You know, it was a slightly real moment, I guess. It probably did happen a couple times. And then Sheree went to roasting her. And I don't know if she caught it. I'm like, how much was Kenya drinking? Because Sheree roasted the hell out of her. Right. What is a fashion presentation? How dreadful. Okay. So then she gonna say when the girl up there playing around, you know she was playing, talking about this ain't no ghetto rap show and talking about some, I love Kenya to death, but your video vixen days are over. I was like, oh my God, why is she doing her? Ain't they supposed to be your friend? You just said you love her to death and you gonna drag the video vixen out the closet and then throw it up under the bus. It's over. Lala say the one note Billy Goat is always trying to compete with someone on the low. You can't compete where you don't compare. Stop trying to lead the flock. All right. So I guess she want to act like she's so much better at acting than Drew, who's actually an actress. And look like she's been acting since the Disney Channel days. So I don't know how she came up with it, but that's typical. That's typical Candy and her snottiness is all I can say. So then we get to the dinner situation. Kenya meets up with Candy and they had a nipple slip. I'm like, here we go again. Y'all pulled this crap last season. Sheree then tells Sonia that she was mad with her and she felt like she was uninvited. That's when she told that lie about she was there at 9:30 in the lobby and production showed her on the beach at 9:30. Marlo was like, give her a pass, cuss out tomorrow. Then I seen Sonia kind of buck up because she was like, no, don't cuss at me ever. Drew come up in a wheelchair. Everybody, you know, fawning over her, including Marlo. You ain't know this girl was just trying to talk trash about you to Candy to get brownie points. It's real pitiful. Okay. Then they, you know, out there on the former plantation at Rose Hall, Marlo gonna start it. You know, she gonna say that the girl started at crap and went all the way up to sugar. I guess she meant the kickback that they kept clowning her for. I still don't think that's cool. Dude, you know, gave him the menu, told him about the rum punch, everybody happy, blah, blah, blah. Ralph gets up to read this generic excerpt from his book, blah, blah, blah. He calling it the step in parenting, and he thought he had all the answers, and he jumped in head first with no instructions. Negro ain't no instructions, not for real parenting, step parenting, none of the parenting. It was just filler. Then Drew talking about she was fighting back tears and he never opened up that much about Josiah. That's your kid. If he had feelings about your kid or whatever, how come you saying your husband ain't never opened up to you about your kid? Y'all live in the same house. Y'all is in a whole marriage. Why is you with a man that don't open up to you never about nothing? I don't understand. He can't tell you where he going, let you tell it. He can't tell you what he gonna do, why he doing it. He don't open up to you about your kid. What the hell is y'all in the marriage for? Because it looked like to me, he don't tell you nothing about nothing. Now, darn it, I'm confused. It's not adding up. Something is not adding up. Yeah, you say she's a better actress and singer. Well, you know now, sis, now let's be fair. Everybody's a better singer than Candy. And I mean everybody. I don't know too many people that sing worse than Candy. Candy is she's struggling, straight struggling. But anyway, so they had that little back and forth, and while everybody's talking about the feelings and he opening up and fighting back tears, here come Kenya being all dramatic about, oh, like Sheree just told her, it just shocked her. Oh my God. Like, oh yeah, you didn't call and check on us. And Sonia was like, well, I was working. She's like, you didn't get a 15-minute break. You could. She said, I was working. As far as I knew, y'all went and got on the catamaran. When it was time to go, I went. Simple as that. So they going back and forth, and Marlo up there, I don't know who told her to try to be the peacemaker. Come on, y'all, one at a time. Y'all attacking her. And next thing you know, here come the husband saying, wait a minute, y'all ain't finna talk to my wife like that. I say, okay, now it's in perspective. Because I didn't quite understand what was going on. I didn't get it. Because, if you look at, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It wasn't about her. Because she boring as hell too, and she ain't just being evil and attacking people. Maybe that's why she sticks to the evil and the attacks. I mean, hell, if I was her, I would too. Stream y'all in the chat if y'all got something to say other than what I said. But now let me tell y'all this, why you consider whether you want to talk or not. It's up to you. It's up to you. Ooh. You know what, DT? You better behave. But it was just so. This is the thing. The way production did it, right? It had me thinking like the women was just going back and forth and just, having a girl session. They just having at it, bickering or whatever. And he just jumped in acting like Todrica. But that ain't exactly what happened. Because if y'all look back at the episode when they was on the path and Sheree walked up with the bull crap, not even being friendly, nice, or nothing, just walked up with mess, you could tell he wasn't digging it, but he kept quiet. Then when Kenya came and joined the circus and she went to snapping, and they just, the more she tried to reason with her and she just talking, they just snapping and snapping. So it looked like he felt like they was kind of ganging up. And so he was just like, hey, I don't roll like that. He basically just said he wasn't cool with it. He didn't really do too much, but he kind of made everybody simmer down. That's what it looked like to me. It looked like he made everybody simmer down. But that's not the way production made it look when they first rolled that clip. So I don't know. We gonna see. Now, what's up, nephew? What you think about all this?
Look, yeah, this definitely was a filler episode.
It was.
But when it came to I was really bothered by that scene with Drew and Candy. And I was
Uh-huh.
bothered because I was picking up how excited Candy got to hear that Marlo had possibly said something about Sonya. And she wanted to, because she's upset with Marlo in this moment, she wanted to find out something that Marlo said so terrible about Sonya so she could take it to get it to Sonya and have somebody else upset with Marlo.
Right. It was. And did you see how disappointed she was when all she had was that the girl said the girl was a suck up?
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know if she was more disappointed in the actual acting lessons or the information she received. Drew just disappointed her left and right on that particular day.
And I didn't understand why she was mad at the acting lessons. The girl was telling you what you needed to understand. Like she's telling you how to be a method actor.
But
Like,
see,
what's your problem?
she's I'm picking up candies on what all of them are on, that clown Drew type of thing, and I
Yep.
think it's bothering her that every time I ask this girl about something she claims to be into, she actually proves that she's into it, and she has information about acting, she can sing, and Candy does both of those things. It kind of hits your heart when somebody that's not as popular in that genre as you can
And they
step
better
on
at
there and
it.
do it better.
Yep. Because that girl is definitely a better singer than her. And my thing is, when it comes to acting, this girl has been an actress. You know she's an actress, so why would you assume? Or maybe she thought Drew was just gonna be blowing smoke up her butt. Oh, you're so wonderful. Just read the line. Oh, you did so great. Just kiss her tail all over.
Uh-huh.
That might have been what she was looking for.
And Drew was giving you some tips based off of
Real tips.
what she had seen from you. So she knew you didn't know any of that stuff based off of your previous acting roles.
That's right. That's what I got from it. You know for yourself that this girl is an actress, but I think she wanted her to be so busy kissing her behind. That's just really what I
Mm-hmm.
feel. And the fact that Drew gave her real info, that any acting coach would have gave her, she wasn't happy for that. I don't think Candy wants to work at anything. She wants things to just kind of work out for her because things have
Right.
always just kind of worked out for her. And guess what? Ain't nothing wrong with that. I like to see black folks when things just work out for you. But if you decide to venture into an arena where it ain't just working out for you and you got to actually put some elbow grease in, it's not the end of the world. I don't think
Right.
so anyway. Let me say that. I don't think so.
Yeah,
Flex a
I
little
agree.
bit, flex your mental muscles, try something. It ain't gonna hurt you.
And you know, Candy kind of bothered me again because now with the whole race thing,
Yeah, I
see,
ain't
you
like
don't.
that.
And at this point now, and you can't even use that to where she called me one. You didn't even know that the lady had called you a hoe with some wet, with some bad stuff.
Yeah,
You didn't even
yes.
know that. So you was sitting out there. So now, y'all, it's tit for tat. It always been tit for tat, but this
It always
particular
been tit for
season it
tat.
is.
And here's the thing. That's been my whole point the entire time. She been saying stuff about this girl forever. This entire season, she done said all kind of nasty stuff. And then when the girl gave her a little bit of smoke back, oh, you ready to die. Don't speak to me. Then when you see after the season that she said some of the same similar stuff about you having a fit. Candy, how? You got married and couldn't even stop hoeing. You went to bringing the hoes in the bedroom with you and your husband. Come on now.
Right,
And
right,
sitting up laughing about it like you thought it was gonna be trendy. Talking
and
about a
tried
darn NDA.
to whole shame your friend Kenya when she was like you say when she was telling you I'm uncomfortable with your perverse game you want to play. You
Right.
started to whole shame her and was ready to whole shame Monietta when she wasn't agreeing with it.
She sure was.
And that's always been Candy's go-to. Anytime
She's
she get
real
in an
creepy.
argument with somebody, she tries to whole shame people. She tried to
Right.
do it
And
to
it's like
Nene,
she act like a devil. Like, let me start accusing him. If I
putting
know
that
any dirty secrets, let me try to drag them out because you won't let me do what I want to do with you.
right,
It's weird.
right. She did it with Kim, Nene, Phaedra, Portia.
She did. She's done it and done it, done it. And I think Kenya got the shock of her life because I don't think she knew that Candy would do it to her too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she knew it.
Because then how
I'm
can you?
certain Drew's seen Candy struggle acting and was trying to really help her and give her tips like an acting coach would. Right. I agree with that.
Yeah, because she was definitely taking her to acting school.
She did. She did. I don't think Drew did nothing wrong on that part. She tried to help her because she thought the girl actually wanted help. And that's what she get for being stupid.
Can't.
Yep. Predatory energy and baby girl say we need a surviving Candy sound like. It sure do.
Ooh,
So now
ooh,
tell
wee.
me this, since I got you here and won't nobody else call in. I pinned the stream of y'all to the top of the chat.
I don't
This
know
is
why
my
they don't
question.
come up here and talk to my auntie.
I, I don't know. But okay, let me ask you since you here. What do you think is the reason why Sheree and Kenya tried to pick that fight with Sonia out of the blue? Because that was really out of the blue. Neither one of them was where they should have been. Ain't no way in hell they thought that lady should have waited on them and been late to work for them. What do you think their real motive was? Or do you think they was really dumb enough to think that she should have waited around for them
No, I'm
when
gonna
she
tell
was
you.
going to get money?
I think Kenya, because we've watched the show long enough to we know old girl Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Kenya had an issue with Sonia. This was the second time that she had been pulled to the side and talked to, and
Oh,
she
so
had
she
done
had to
so.
pretend like the girl had did something to her too.
So now I have to have a reason because see, I'm upset with you about that, but I don't want to say I'm upset with you about that. So now I have to have a reason to have some type of beef with you. So okay, let me make up this little situation here.
Yeah.
And now in Sheree, and I'm not saying this to be mean because we can agree Sheree is beautiful. Some people say she look like a man. She's a beautiful woman.
She's a
She's
beautiful
in
lady.
shape. She's raised look like respectable children.
Yeah.
But Sheree is to me is slow. Okay, so I just because I've seen Sheree, I've watched a little piece of the after show, and Kenya can say something about Marlo, and Sheree will be there nodding and agreeing and yepping to that.
She just
Just
agreed to
like
everything.
she agreed to everything, and Sheree just started talking. She when she talks, she stutters. She got to be pulling on us. So Sheree is a little slow. So I think Sheree, because Sheree, you were on the beach, you didn't have no intention of going. I think when
No,
Kenya
didn't.
when Kenya brought it up and said she left us, Sheree being Sheree, and
Just
said, yeah,
join
she
in.
did. Yeah, she did leave us, didn't she?
Okay.
I'm
Hey, Alex
surprised.
from Miami.
Hey,
Uh
how you
oh.
doing? Hey,
I'm, I'm so glad to see you. Oh my God. Girl, what you think about what done went on? What you think?
I have one question. Why does Miana have a confessional? She brings absolutely nothing to the show. Why do we even care from even hearing from her?
That's what I want to know. And why she talk more in the confessional than she do on the show?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I understand production can't find anybody, but this is past desperation because she adds nothing to the show, nothing to the episode. I'm like, why am I looking at you?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out why she there. Cause at the end of the day, that is Neo baby mama. That's it. You are Neo's baby mama. There's nothing else about you, and that ain't even interesting.
Nope. But this episode is definitely a filler. I think the whole season is a filler.
Hmm.
You know that's
It
pretty
is.
much the whole
It's like
season.
last season was boring and dry, and this one seems to be worse. I don't know what's worse though.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Like since probably season 11, season 12, it's just been going downhill.
Yes, ma'am. Sure has.
So to me, I don't. If they have a season 15, that'll be like, but why?
Yeah, cause I don't know, cause from what I'm hearing about the reunion, they said they had to pull, I think Drew, Candy, Sonia, and somebody to the side and tell them that they need to turn it up or something stupid. I heard, and I'm
Yeah,
just like, what do you mean?
I
What
heard.
do you
Yeah,
mean?
apparently it was not that good, and accidentally Sheree was trying to say, "Oh, it's really good," but Martell was like, "It was calm and collective," and he slipped up.
Uh huh.
Yeah, he said, "Calm." I thought it was calm and collective. I'm like, "Oh, so we could just not waste our time to watch that then."
And it's so crazy because her and Martell ain't on the same page by nothing. She say it's hype. He say it's cool. She say that she alluding that they go together. He say she ain't even his type. The whole time y'all hiring Freddie O to take pictures. I just don't understand. Nothing is going on. I'm confused.
Oh, I'm not confused because Sheree knows that she's out of a job and she's trying to find a way to get her another job, and she's hoping she could get in with Carlos King. That's her only saving grace.
Okay, so now you got a theory I didn't even think of. So you think she playing along with Auntie Martell to get on with Carlos?
Yes,
Now
Carlos is
that
petty
ain't
and
bad.
he'll take anybody. He already took one of Andy's rejects, so why he won't take another one?
Who was that?
You know Monique was fired. She never quit.
Monique was not fired. Monique did not want to go back. They sent that girl a contract. They sent her that contract. In order to be fired, they got to not extend you a contract like they did to Mariah, which was not send a contract. They literally gave that girl a contract. So that's not fired.
No, she
Hmm.
said she got a offer, not a contract.
No,
Yeah, they
ma'am. She
offered.
had that contract and she signed it and had to try to get out of it. Now that's what went on. It wasn't no offer. They sent the contract. Now, and let me say this for the record: while I do like Monique and her beautiful black family, she is boring as hell. I couldn't even make myself watch that show. And if she ever see this, I don't mean no harm, Monique. You absolutely beautiful. I love you to death, but I can't watch you, girl. It's dry. It's just dry. Now, Lala say Martell is her replacement for Miss Lawrence. Could be. I miss Miss Lawrence though. Y'all, whatever happened to Miss Lawrence?
He probably stopped wanting to be on the show because a lot of the, like, it's like the white, like he doesn't want to be on the show. A lot of them stop wanting to be on the show.
But I'm talking about even in social media. I'm like, you ain't got to be on that show. Nobody shouldn't want to be on that show. Nobody should want to be on that show. That show is dead and about to be buried. In the words of
Hmm.
Phaedra Pars, Phaedra called it the Titanic. Right, Paige, Freddie O on all they speed dial. But I'm like, you gonna sit up there and hire Freddie O to take y'all pictures? This is giving weird energy. Lord,
And
Lita
it
say
wasn't
how they gonna
even
turn up when they delivering flatline. I don't know.
Auntie, it wasn't even a picture you was posing for. That's what make it weird. It was like an off guard picture you paid somebody to take.
Yeah, who does that? If you gonna have somebody to take pictures, at least pose for them. Don't pretend to be off guard. That's so fake. Hey, yet. Say, I'm not gonna stop supporting these black women in this franchise after they carried the network for a decade. Not everyone is hyping up Beverly Hills full of fakes and thieves. Now I agree with you with that. I'm not finna watch Beverly Hills. I don't understand all them clear women and I ain't interested. And even though I don't like them, I would like for them to just end the show. But as long as they do their thing, we gonna talk about them over here. You safe to come here. Yeah, they absolutely wanted her back after that season because they had it set up that they was gonna make her the villain the following season. They had no intention on her going nowhere. Deborah say I could only watch 2 episodes of Love and Marriage DC. Well, you watch two more than me. Paige say, Amen, Seanitra. I love Monique, but that show was boring. Girl, I tried. Every time I saw clips, when I saw the trailer, it was just I couldn't. I tried. I really tried to turn to the channel, y'all. I couldn't. It was painful.
Yeah,
Miss
I
Lawrence
I
is
never
Oh, that's what happened.
I've never
oh
seen a clip,
wow.
but she was. I remember she was painful on Potomac.
Yeah, man. And she was so nice to see. Like she was good for defending herself
Hmm.
when Giselle and them would come after her. And that was kind of interesting or whatever. And she was kind of interesting when Chris Mama was coming after her. But the most interesting thing about Monique is how pretty she is and how clean her house is. That's the most interesting thing
Hmm.
I
about
do have to
Monique.
give her that. Yeah, we do have to give her that.
Yes, sir. She got a beautiful family. Her children is nice and well behaved. They don't talk back. You don't never see them running through her house, dirtying up stuff. She got a nice husband, nice everything. It's nice. You know, just put them on the billboard and say ideal black family. I'm here for that. But don't put on no show. That's all I'm saying. Yet say why is Sheree even telling a person from a rival network what's gonna happen at the reunion? Sheree is slow. Child, he was with her in New York. He was with
Yeah,
her.
yeah. Martell was there at the reunion.
He was with her. Yeah, we got
Poor
Potomac. Yeah.
Sheree.
Lala said they weren't even giving brother sister energy. I caught an instant flashback of Gizzard and the pastor. Right. Y'all need to stop calling that lady Gizzard. She done pulled her neck up. Paige say, yikes, Miss Lawrence has gone mute. He has no acting gigs coming up at all. Oh no. I love Miss Lawrence. He was great in USA versus Billie Holiday. I'm gonna have to watch that. I didn't watch that. You tried 3 times to watch Monique's show. I just couldn't. I really wanted her to win. Me too. I I couldn't even turn to the show. I tried, y'all. My finger was right there, and I tried to summon all my strength, Ellie, and I couldn't do it. I was flexing all my muscles, and I couldn't.
No, it's nothing to miss. Nothing
Mm.
to miss. I struggled through it, and long story short, when the friend of the show pretty much carried the show, that lets you know
Right.
it wasn't good. The friend of the show was the one that carried the whole season on her back.
Oh wow,
That's that's pretty much
that's
that
heavy.
lets you know about the whole cast.
Oh no, I'm glad that I couldn't muster the strength. Yeah, yeah. Say Miss Lawrence was on Watch What Happens Live a couple. See, that's the thing. I don't watch What Happens Live like that. Like I don't do Andy. I don't like Andy, and there's no way to watch that show without seeing him. Tonight, I think when I saw a couple minutes tonight and got turned off real quick, was the first time I watched it in like almost ever. You say DC was painful. I'm with you. So I tried to watch one episode and found watching paint try to be more thrilling. See, that's why I ain't do it. That's why I ain't do it. I tried, y'all. I swear I did. Cause when the trailer first came out, everybody was like, "You gonna watch it? You gonna review that show?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know." Them other characters would have to be like electric for me to watch it. Cause I know going in that Monique is boring. She's just boring. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
The problem is with it is that it's so produced. That's that's
Yeah.
what all this problem is. It's like there's no actual moments. Like say, for example, I think if Marla actually decided to be like herself instead of trying to be like a
Producer's
mini
pet.
Nene or a mini Phaedra, it would be much more. She'd be much more received. But she's trying to create a character, and it's not coming across very well. You know,
She being the producer's pet. I believe she doing them clear people's dirty work for them. And I don't know something. I might be wrong, Ellie, but something in me is telling me that's exactly what she's doing, and that puts a bad taste in my mouth. To be honest,
no, I believe that because it's so produced, it's so
so fake.
unauthentic, and I don't think that. I'm not surprised at all.
I like
But you,
Marlo better when she was just Marlo. You
Yeah.
knew she was gonna say some stuff. She was gonna roast a few people. She was gonna be rude. We was gonna be feeling bad by laughing at it, but we was gonna laugh and move on. This
but
whole Go ahead.
oh, no, I was just saying, I don't think that she's being. Hear a lot of people saying being like a mini Nene,
Yeah, I
but
don't see
nothing
that.
about what she's doing gives me Nene or Phaedra. I don't remember them ever acting in the way Marlo's been conducting herself
Right.
on the show this season.
I don't see it either, nephew, to be real, because we never saw Nene play producer's pet. That heifer
Mm-mm.
literally did whatever the hell she wanted to do. And I think that's why a lot of us liked her. Phaedra was
Right.
always, extra phony, pretentious Southern belle with a slick mouth. And we know Marlo cannot deliver slick mouth or classy or bougie. She can't deliver none of that.
Well, she
Marlo
might
is
deliver
literally up
spiritual.
here trying to I feel like she's trying to be the hitman for production. I'm gonna come out here, insult people, roast people, and it's bad because she can't even roast that well. She's literally giving us the same insults on replay.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you gonna roast, give me new insults or call
And
one
I
of us Floridians. We'll write your roast for you. I'll write your roast, girl. Cut me a check. Don't give me none of them labels. I'm too thick. They don't make no designer in no 18. Ain't no designer size 18s. No. So just, cut me a check and I'll write your roast for you. This is not working. I'm just
they,
saying.
they might not give yours airplay.
I'm just saying, I keep it clean though, but ain't nobody gonna walk away in one piece. I'll write all your roasts for you. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Clear the
And
room, clear the room.
they'll know you're from Florida, Marlo.
Right, right.
That's true.
That's what I'm talking about. Don't give them that little Saint Pete. Just come up 75 and give them a little Ocala. That'll help them out. Come up 75 a little bit. We got you, girl. We got you.
Give us some of
Lala
that
said
Marion.
some of that Marion County. That's what she needs. Some of that Marion County to help her out. Lala said we had to give Marlo a comparison of the way she's behaving. I would say she's being an amped up version of Kenya, and it's not cute. I agree with that. Oh my God, I agree with it. Just fake and pitiful. Yet says, I think why RHOA was so good because it was like a movie. Nene, Phaedra, Candy, Portia, and Kenya have their respective roles that made the show have good chemistry. I don't know. Candy ain't never brought no chemistry.
No,
Kenya, yeah. What you was about to say, sis?
I said no. I mean, Candy never did anything. She was just there.
Yeah, just furniture.
Yeah, but all the other ones they did give something to the show, and the one thing is you could feel
Hey,
whatever type of friendship or non-friendship they had, it was real, not this I'm trying to argue with you just for the sake of we need to show an argument. Oh, we're trying to be buddy friends because we need to show that. It's like, girl, I don't like you and this is why. And it was legit.
now let me tell you the other thing that I'm seeing with a lot of these reality shows now. They think that it's not good TV. What's up, Shot Town Naja girl? Girl, we over it too, but you know me, I gotta review it. I feel like what we're seeing on a lot of these shows, right, is that they feel like unless they arguing, cursing, or fighting or trying to fight, then they're not giving a good show.
Right.
We
Yeah.
got some of our best moments when wasn't nobody arguing, when nobody trying to fight, when nobody cussing, and it's like they think that that's what gives a good show. Those things happen organically when you got that many women in the same place at the same time on occasion. But the fact that they keep trying to deliver that consistently is what's making it so fake, so contrived, and that's what's turning a lot of people off. That's why you got a lot of us sitting up saying, "Flush the whole thing down the toilet." This ain't reality. What up, Charles? But it's the truth. You don't have to have a fight in order to have good TV. A whole lot of good TV happen when everybody just chilling. But you can't do that when you got parties and you got people like Skin Your Pores hanging outside of bedrooms talking about, I think I heard something, and then spread a light at somebody's screw. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even have a good time because if we go with the whack stuff, we're not gonna
That
have
is
another Nene in the limo picking at the girl singing and stuff. Like, those were real moments.
those were the good real moments. Like you could go back and still like, oh yeah, that's funny. But now
Ain't nothing
it's
to
like
steal from this.
you almost count down like, okay, when they're gonna start fighting, here we go. How long is gonna last? How long do they before they call each other out of the name? It's like it's dry.
Right. It gives nothing. Right
That's
there,
so
Bernini was a meme machine. Hundreds of gifts are out there. Ooh, child, the ghetto. She wasn't fighting with nobody, but she was sure laughing about the fact that she had to come over there in the hood to get Kenya. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't got to be fighting and arguing and bickering. Like, it's just dumb. Right, and who gonna check me? Sheree, that was Sheree's only line. That was her one line from the whole time she been on the show.
until one of my favorite moments from the show that didn't involve any type of argument, anything, when they were having the Mother's Day brunch, where
Hmm.
Phaedra got caught up with her pregnancy lie.
Oh yeah, that was real funny.
And then when
That,
she had the nerve to take cameras to the doctor office and Candy, like the doctor wasn't going gonna say the actual a month she was pregnant.
yeah, we had some moments, and then all of that, Phaedra delivered with that terrible, mean, horrible read she gave Kenya on that reunion show. They wasn't cussing, screaming, fighting,
Ouch.
nothing. She sat there calm with her legs crossed and read the bark off that girl. It was
Look,
also Phaedra that gave us that horrible, tacky um, baby shower. And now every ghetto couple in America has men at the baby shower and trying to treat the baby showers like weddings because they ain't gonna never get married. They're gonna be forever baby mamas. Phaedra started that. Phaedra's the reason why we keep seeing all these extra ghetto baby showers with the men and the women sitting on thrones and acting like it's a whole wedding reception. Like, girl, if you don't make that man marry you and quit being ghetto fabulous.
Oh, I remember that. She had the
Yeah,
dancers,
I
right?
remember.
Phaedra started all that. Ask yourself how many hood, ghetto, fake wedding reception baby showers you seen before and then after that. I never saw that before. Phaedra
No,
did
no,
that, and now all we see is ghetto fabulous fake wedding receptions for baby showers.
no. No, you're right because back in the days, the baby showers used to be women only. If the
Yeah,
men was there, the only thing the men do was bring in the stuff to set up for the party and haul all the gifts back. They were just that's all they never stayed around.
they didn't. It was ladies only, and there were hot and cold hors d'oeuvres, if not just cold hors d'oeuvres and finger sandwiches. You played games. There was door prizes. You won some gifts. Brought gifts for the mother. Everybody went home. Now, oh no, now we gotta have a DJ and music. They gotta dance their way in. They got to sit in cheap rented throne chairs. They got to have whole dinners. They got to do a gender reveal. They got to have horses and ponies and hot air balloons. They got to have a clown. They got to have. They need a pole. We need edible underwear. We need
Oh
liquid
yeah.
latex. We need all this nonsense. Everything but a clown and a clown car with 27,000 people falling out. I'm like, what are y'all doing? They done smooth turn them into wedding receptions because you're gonna be the forever baby mama, and this man ain't gonna never marry you. Phaedra started all that crap. Real stuff went down on the shows before.
Hmm.
It literally affected the culture because it was real stuff happening. Now what we got? We got people like Sonia coming on there giving us history lessons about goddamn Kingston and where she stayed in the stadium and her big Olympic dreams, and oh, I got 4 medals when it's really 1 3/4, and then we got Drew up here pretending like something going on with her husband when it ain't, and I lost 25,000 pounds in 2 months, and I'm gonna drop it with Drew, but I really can't work out, and if I run a little bit, I'm gonna tear my Achilles tendon. And Kenya with all these rented men and pretending she crying about Mark all the time. Sheree with the she ain't gonna never sell us a goddamn thing. It's just, when does this stop? When can we get off the ride?
I'm glad you mentioned Sonia because I am Jamaican. I understand Patra clearly. I really need Sonia to stop speaking Patra because she can't speak it anymore.
She
Because
can't.
there was a point she was saying something to Patra, and I will swear up and down it was like she's speaking another language. I heard it twice. I'm like, what did you say? Because it doesn't sound like anything.
Girl, did you realize that the lady she was talking to was looking confused? Like, girl, what you just said?
Because that's exactly what it was. We didn't know what she was saying. Because I'm like, what do you say? What do you you were just making noise that was coming out of your mouth. I need Sonia to just speak proper American English. You lost your Jamaican patois. It's okay. Happened to all of us. I lost my patois.
And the
It's
thing is,
okay.
imagine some folks switch back and forth. And I know in the state of Florida, we hear people all the time switch back and forth. They talk normal till they get pissed off. Things happen. But
Yeah.
the way Sonya does that flipping back and forth, it's not even organic. There's nothing happening in that moment that would even make her do that. So it's
No,
like, what are you even doing?
it's very forced and it sounds weird.
Yep.
And I'm like, why you talk weird? And then I realized, oh, you're forcing it. But once,
Yep.
I think one episode, she actually was speaking patois clearly. I'm like, oh, so you can. Okay, but I needed to stop because you sound ridiculous.
Somebody need to tell her.
But yeah, this episode when she was talking to the lady when they're going to the stadium and she was saying something, even the subtitles didn't help her.
That's why I said, but the woman herself, the way she responded to her was like, yeah, okay, girl. she didn't even really respond to what she said, which said to me, I don't know what the hell you talking about.
No one knew what she was saying. No one knew. Because I'm like, what did she say?
Right.
And
Nothing.
and I just like, my parents are full Jamaican. My father was a Rasta fan. I understand it clearly. But Sonia, I don't know what you're saying. It makes no sense. You're just making noise.
Lord,
And I wish her
Lita is
parents.
killing me. Girl, Lita said she was speaking partlish.
I was like, why is her family not telling her, Sonia, please stop? Because you don't sound right. Please.
Mm-hmm.
You because that's least that's what us Jamaicans do. When you sound ridiculous or you just out of line, we be quick to tell you, girl, no, no, no,
That's
no,
the
no, no.
And then and what's bad is when she said it, I'm sitting there like, now I know I understand patois pretty good. What the hell did she just say?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know Lala, like she got Jamaican heritage. I ain't got none of that. I ain't got no Jamaican heritage. Nig row over here. But I was really just like, okay, I know I understand patois pretty good, like real good actually. But what the hell she just said?
I don't know. I listened to it twice and I was like, I don't know what she just said. I'm just hearing noise. It sounds like a whole different language. Like how you managed to do that.
Girl, honey, she done made up her own dialect, honey. Y'all may jump on it. Deborah said Peter Thomas sound authentic. Sonya sounds forced. That's true. Peter sounds authentic to the extent when he thinks he's
Yes.
speaking with an accent, you can still hear it. Peter will be thinking he's talking just straight English, and you can still pick up that you a yardie straight up.
Exactly. Even though if you watch the one named Lisa, she
Mhm.
speaks straight English, but you could hear her
You can hear
dialect and it sounds authentic. But Sonia's, no, it's totally forced. Like she's overdoing it. And it's like, no, just speak normally. It's okay. We know
that's
you're
right.
Jamaican. We
But
we, we
that's
get
the thing.
it.
Sonya, exactly. She be killing us with the overly everything is Jamaican, this Jamaican, that Jamaica, Jamaica, Jamaica. God dang. I mean, God darn it. I like some curry and some jerk stuff too, man. But chill out.
Don't give me that curry because when I saw them made that curry chicken, I nearly had an out of body experience.
Yeah, that one right.
Yeah, nothing about it was right. And I said, "How you gonna talk about you making Jamaican food?" I mean, I thought you was gonna make it with rice and peas.
Yeah, I was wondering what a rice and peas was. But I tried to mind my business because listen, they can't tell me how to fix collar, so I ain't gonna tell you how to fix your collar, Lou. I'ma mind my business. Hey
Yeah,
Danya,
Hey,
yeah.
Shanika.
how you doing, girl?
I'm doing good.
Now tell me everything you think about everything that went on. Run it to me.
Well, I jumped in because I'm full blown Jamaican. So,
Go on, girl. I know that's right. You better represent pretty black girls all over the planet. We bad, ain't we? Go ahead, girl.
all right. So, for me, I agree. This episode definitely filler episode. It's not giving what it's supposed to give.
It
Um,
wasn't.
the whole Candy and Marlo argument, it's petty.
Yep.
It's not even all that. I
It
don't
wasn't.
exactly. And I think I heard somewhere Candy saying that they made up on the show, but after seeing everything that Marlo said, you know, in real life term, they're not made up. But I'm saying she was saying all of those things
About
before,
Marlo. Hmm.
exactly before. So I don't know. It's just
It's a bit much. It's like, you know what I'm thinking, don't you? I feel like, is it? Well, let me ask this. Do you think it's possible that Candy is blaming it on what she heard that Marlo said, even though she know Marlo done heard everything she said, because she probably maybe she heard some gossip that Marlo is working for production and trying to get her, and she don't want to say it, or is it just her usual hypocrisy?
I think before Candy was in with production more.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this season, I don't know, maybe she's feeling a bit left out or feeling threatened that,
Mm-hmm.
Marlo is coming for that, that thing.
Oh.
So it could be that. There is proof that, Marlo is, because when she was on Watch What Happens Live,
Mm-hmm.
she, it's like she was there with Andy. I think she said something like, I'm always gonna be here. I want to be here, or something like that. So she's definitely, sucking up.
Yeah, definitely. It's something to it.
Yeah.
Deborah say it's the usual hypocrisy with Candy, but that's what I'm saying. I think that maybe it's something like that going on, because I was wondering, even though a lot of us wanted to know deep down what in the name of God, Marlo was talking about and why she was doing that to Ralph, I was like, why on earth would Candy of all people be the one defending her?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Didn't that seem off, the way they like to pick on that girl?
I never understood why Candy jumped in. Had that one I totally agree with Marlo. It had nothing to do with Candy. She shouldn't have to jump in. And she's just reflecting. I'm not saying that, Marlo was right for having that conversation with Ralph, but it was supposed to be Drew to say something about it, not Candy.
Right.
No. And then you add Candy's nephews into it. Like, come on, Candy, you already know that that's a sore subject. And as soon as you go down, she's going to go right at you. And you know that anybody to talk about Todd, you're getting your feelings. So you open up yourself for that. You just should have just sat there, ate your food, and keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't.
true.
I didn't like that she brought up the nephews. Um,
Yeah. Well,
and
she didn't say nephews at first. At first, she said, you have a situation, which is why I wasn't really that mad with her at first. Because I'm like, Marlo, you do have a situation. Whether it's good, bad, whether we think you right or wrong, you got a situation where you made a decision and people are now judging you. So why would you be doing that where Ralph is concerned, especially if what you're doing is based on what his wife told you in confidence?
Mhm.
Now Chi-Town I just said Candy was reaching for a moment. She probably was, but it backfired. Just like Marlo was looking for a moment and centering herself, I think Candy was looking for a moment. Oh, I'm gonna be the one to call her out, and messed around and find out that your husband was talking trash about you and still let you hear it in the street. That's bad. Am I wrong for feeling like that about him? Because I just felt like you could have at least denied it, Todd. Like that bothered me. Night leader.
Why would he deny something that he knows is true? And I'm pretty sure Candy knew about it.
You
well, when
think she
Was
knew?
I think she knows. I think she knew about it. She just didn't realize that got out. You see what I'm saying? She thought that was one of those little secrets that she was able to hold back. Because you can't be with someone that long and not know how they feel about you to some degree.
Now I believe she's had that feeling like he don't love her like she love him. But
Yeah.
go back and watch that episode. That was new info for Candy. Candy had no idea that he had been saying that to people. I don't think she knew he was saying that stuff to people. Cause see, as long as it's just a feeling and something in her heart, she can deny it, and you can't prove she know nothing. You know what I'm saying? People can speculate. People can editorialize all they want if nothing's been said. I don't think she knew he said that, especially for Marlo of all people to have heard about it. I don't think that she knew that. You
mm,
think she knew Marlo knew about that?
I don't think she knew Marla knew about it. I just think she knew how Todd feel about her. You see what I'm saying? I don't think she knew that Todd, like I say, like I think that she knows what Todd feel about her. So she probably thought that was between us in our relationship. She didn't realize that someone like Marlo would have known about it. That's probably what took her and like, whoa, wait a minute, how you know about this?
But now hold on. Now her knowing how he feel, Every woman know whether you admit it to yourself how that man feel about you. So that's not a shocker to me.
Mm-hmm.
But him calling her country and lame, I don't think she knew he said that. I really don't. I don't believe she knew he said that.
You think that's what she's really mad about?
Yep, I think that's what she really mad about because, okay, look at it. Right, she was the little secret. Chi-Town said, hold on. She knew because it was said before and she brushed it off like it was nothing the same way she did sitting there. You think she knew. I don't believe she knew he said it. And I'm going to tell you why I think that's why she's so upset, right? Because she knows that everybody's always saying, he there for the money, you the sugar mama, you taking care of him, you daddy Warbucks, whatever, mama Warbucks. Marlo called her a big mama, sugar mama, all that. She knew that. She knew that's how people feel. I think in her marriage, she knows that he's got his eye squarely on her purse. She know that from the attitude he took acting like one of the lollipop kids, kicking over trash cans and traffic cones because Riley wants her rightful share of her mama's fortune. So she know in her heart. She might have heard some little stuff, but for Marlo to drop that right there and just put that there, and the fact that, oh, he the one said that don't nobody know you outside of Atlanta. I don't know if Candy knew that Todd had all that to say. I don't know. Because I just feel like he could have at least denied it. And I don't like that he didn't. We know you a liar, Todd. You could have just said, I ain't say that, Marlo, you a liar. Something. Y'all don't think he should have tried to deny it to at least defend her or try to defend her feelings or try not to make her look so ridiculous?
Yeah, he should have denied it. But he just decided to stay silent because he knows it's true.
But you going to stay silent and leave your wife sitting there with egg on her face?
That's odd. Do you think any better of him?
Well, no. Well,
you got
me there. No.
Yeah, I mean, if Todd was really someone that cared about Candy, even if he thought that in the beginning that changed, he would have done the right thing. But Todd, I don't think any better of Todd. That's why I feel like deep down, he did that Candy know that he thought about it. Because yes, we feel that Todd is with her for the money, but you could have money and still be country. You know, what you have in the bank doesn't change how you are, on everyday life. And probably Candy is kind of like, more laid back country, like whatever. It just probably was like, oh yeah, you too country, blah, blah, blah. And
yeah, but for that country and lame.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's the last thing that you thinking your man is thinking about you.
But it makes sense. Why does Candy feel she has to do all these things to spice up her marriage?
I mean, probably because he done talked her into it. Like, oh, I just want some excitement. I don't think he told her you better bring another woman because you lame and I'm bored. I don't think he said that.
I don't think he said it like that. But to me, it's like, really, you have to have all of this to spice it up. Like, come on. And like I said before, Candy always say, "Oh, she's a freak." I'm like, how you a freak and have no rhythm? That doesn't even make it to me. You want to sit here and be so sexualized, but at the same time, when people twerk you just turn your nose. Like her action doesn't match her words or what she's trying to.
Her behavior, you're right. Her behavior and reactions, it comes off prudish like an old lady.
Thank you. And I say, for someone who's a freak, you're supposed to be a freak. And that's why I'm saying, no, this Candy, this doesn't make any sense. The math is not mathing.
Right.
And then the thing is, Candy is very controlling. She holds grudges. I just don't see. I understand whatever she did, but like you are fine with having all these threesomes and all this stuff. Like the whole persona that she's trying to portray to us doesn't match. It just doesn't match to me. So I think in some ways he probably did say she's kind of lame. May never use those words, but he probably said it like, yeah, let's spice it up and like. And Candace goes
right. He probably has said some little stuff, which is probably why when that girl said that to her, that probably hit different because it maybe it resonated. Like maybe she felt like you did say that. I know you said that. Now,
And
yet say, Seanitra, did you hear that Kayla said her and Riley don't even talk when they both in New York? I thought that was weird. I didn't. That girl ain't no kin to her.
yeah,
Just
I
because
don't
your
think that's
daddy met my mama, I don't have to spend time with you. They're not even in the same class.
yeah. I don't find that to be weird. I
Mm,
mean, at all. They're just like, okay, our parents are married.
we cool or whatever if I see you. But what we
Exactly.
talking for? My mama gave me a nice little expense, expense account or a nice little allowance for me to party with. And if my mama give you some money, she got to sneak and do it because your daddy don't want you to have nothing. Like what they gonna have in common? What Kayla supposed to do? What Riley supposed to do? Hang with her and let her spend part of her allowance?
But don't you think that the that just shows that the family, the blended family dynamic is not, it's not great?
No, it's not great, and it's not gonna be great because her daddy is focused on taking this lady money. Her daddy don't even want Candy to help her because he's trying to prove how upstanding he is and how
Yeah.
he wants the children to struggle.
Yeah.
So how can it really blend? Your kid is there on the outside looking in because you're not able to. And Chi-Town, you so crazy. She is lame. I don't know about how country she is, but she real lame. But it's no way for it to blend. Her father made sure that there was no blending. Yeah, the
Yeah.
lame probably did piss off.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, to me, I never see. But I mean, I don't see Riley and Kayla hanging out. Anyways, like you said, they have nothing in common.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they're able to be cordial in the same room is probably as most as you could get. And remember, they kind of met each other a lot older. It wasn't like they kind of grew up as little kids in the same
Right.
household.
When I met
So
you, I was
yeah,
already my mama's big girl. My position was solidified. And your daddy walked in trying to find a way to make my mama stop spoiling me.
yeah. That's kind of how I kind of took a take of it. So if they wanted to have a closer relationship, that's between them as adults, and they just at this point be like, what's the point? Just
Mm-hmm.
see you in the family reunion, see you at holidays. That's pretty much the status of their relationship. They have no ill will. They're just like, hey, okay.
Hey girl, bye girl.
Exactly.
Um,
Straight like that. Hey and bye.
I just had one more thing to say with
Mm-hmm.
regard to Drew.
Okay.
I think that she doesn't mind. She actually kind of likes when the other ladies bring up stuff that worries her in her marriage, because I don't think she really can get Ralph to open up. So, for example, when Kenya was going in on Ralph, she kind of liked that. Kenya was saying all
Oh,
the things that she wanted to say, but
but
probably
she couldn't say.
right. And I think it could be that she tells them these things, hoping, that they bring it up, because everyone seems to be taking a dig at Ralph.
Yeah,
So
everybody's shooting at Ralph.
So when Marlo was saying that, I don't think Drew mind. I think she actually liked that Marlo asked him that, because I don't know what it is why she can't get her own husband to open up.
You know what, Danya, you right. Because remember when he took her on that date and brought her that real cheap looking Beyonce knockoff dress,
Hmm.
and she tried to talk to him and he got upset. This why I don't try to do nothing nice. It was like, why are you blowing up at this girl? Because she want to talk about her feelings with you.
Right. So when someone else from the group asks, he's going to answer, and that's when she'll know what he's thinking or what his thoughts are on it. So
Now I didn't even think about it like that. You might be right. That's why she didn't check Marlo.
right.
I caught that too. But then when you need someone from outside in marriage to communicate your feelings in your marriage, you kind of have to say the marriage is getting ready to be over, because you shouldn't need a third, fourth party to talk for you or talk your feelings in the marriage. That's just my opinion.
Well, girl, I would say that I agree to a certain extent, except for the fact It's women that stayed in marriages 20, 30, 40 years until the man dropped dead, and they never find their voice in their marriage.
Mm-hmm.
They live in that misery with a man who's an ogre and will start doing things to emotionally blackmail you, shut you out, punish you emotionally for opening your mouth and talking about your feelings. There's women that take that emotional abuse all the time. That's not new, and that is a form of emotional abuse. When you try to talk about your feelings and that man shuts you down and pretends that you're being difficult, acts like you're doing something to him because you're trying to communicate, they shut down in conversation, refuse to communicate, refuse to take calls, disappear for days. That's emotional abuse.
Yeah, it is. And that's a problem.
Mm-hmm. But women take that. It's a lot of women that suffer in silence now. Don't let it fool you. Yet, say Drew and Ralph seem fine and have good chemistry on camera, but it seems like they fake fights and storylines for the show. That's possible too. They both seem real fake, but I don't know about no chemistry. I haven't seen any chemistry. They might be in it together though. Evie says just because they don't want to be alone. That's true. A lot of women would do that, and some women believe it's just the right thing to do. You marry them, I'm gonna stay with him for the kids, for stability. Everybody got a reason. But a lot of women stay in very miserable and loveless marriages behind their foolishness. Mm-hmm. I hope that's not what Drew is doing. I would actually feel better if she was faking it for the camera.
And it's hard to know because these folks will do anything for a storyline on these reality shows.
Oh yeah.
So you can't tell what's real for what's not.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know. Even the stuff she telling the girls, it might be fake, hoping they run it back, and maybe her and Ralph done talked about it. If one of them repeated, this is how you gonna respond.
Because remember, the first thing she's talking about, my husband and I be like separated all the time in our marriage. Like the last time he was gone for 3 days and I know where he was. No phone call, no nothing. I'm like, you didn't change the locks?
Right. And all this stuff was still in the house.
Yeah. Like that was okay with you. And then you had to spend weeks and weeks to try to say where you was. I was like, I'm just only gonna talk for me. I'll be like, I would have changed the locks. I was like,
yeah, because I wouldn't have been trying to figure out nothing. Ain't nothing to figure out.
No. But that's just me. I only could speak from my experience.
Look at him. He would have had to figure out where he was going to stay.
Whoever he was going to see for them 3 days.
Hey, I wouldn't care if he went there. He could have went to hell if he ain't prayed. But you wouldn't been coming here. Because I can't control what you do, but I can control where you're not going to be, and that's here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, anywhere else you want to go, may God forever bless and keep you, okay? How they used to say in the old church, may the Lord watch between me and thee. While we absent one from another. You just finna be absent. Just go. No, ma'am.
Oh, and can we be happy that she by Sheree actually had on something from her clothing line? I saw her that hoodie and she's wearing the leggings. Yay. We're seeing something.
I mean, but when we gonna see it online? When she gonna sell something? At this point, I want a sweater or just sweatshirt or something just to say that I had it. If it exists for 5 minutes, I just want to say I had something. When she gonna sell something though?
See, technically, if you think about it, she already had the fashion show months ago. It should be already online being on sale, and it's not.
Point. That's my point. I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt.
Some
so
people
they're saying that the reunion is going to air in September. This is the gossip for now. So if maybe she waiting for the reunion to air before she starts selling. If that's the case, okay, fine. If that's what it is, go ahead. As soon as the reunion air, however many parts, I feel like they should be able to do this whole season in one part. It should not be no 3 parts.
Oh, please.
I can't take it. Okay. We done suffered through this whole dry behind season. The fake fights and everything. If they break this up into 3 parts, this is just wrong.
It is. It
Now,
is.
whenever they finish with the reunion, Sheree need to start selling them tracksuits, sweatshirts, or what, leggings, or whatever she got.
A t-shirt. A t-shirt will be suffice at this point.
A baseball cap.
A screen print t-shirt.
Mm-hmm. No way.
So I don't know. Who else is there? Kenya's still crying about Mark, which I don't understand why. She's using poor baby Brooklyn into the foolishness.
I don't know. I don't know why she doing that. And the line on the baby was too much.
That took me out. That took me like, really now? We're gonna add Brooklyn to this now?
Well, the girl can't quit lying. I keep telling y'all she just can't stop lying. And now she done took it on and now she lying on the baby. I just don't know what else to say for her. And at this point, Kenya is really making a fool out of her fans. Because she got fans that try to support her no matter what nonsense she do. And I want to know from any Kenya fans, how do you support this? When we sat there and watched her play around, look out the window, talk about the beach, and then lie and say you was on the phone with a baby and she don't want to talk to her daddy.
Is Brooklyn on the trip with them?
No, she said she had a conversation with Brooklyn. Like that's the impression I gave, that she had to call her.
So that means Brooklyn.
I ain't seen her. And if you brought her, why wasn't she on the camera? Why was you at a window looking out there talking about this is a nice beach?
So that means Brooklyn's in Atlanta with the nanny. But she couldn't have Brooklyn in Atlanta when she went to Blue Ridge.
Child, maybe she brought her down there. Maybe she got the nanny in Jamaica.
I think outside of the show, she's really going through some stuff. The question is, why isn't that a part of the show?
Well, what is she going through?
She never wanted to be part of the show. The only thing I could say is Mark trying to get her money, and she doesn't want him to get her money, and she made it a point to keep that closed. Like, I remember she said when they're going to the divorce, she asked for her divorce case to be sealed so that way it wouldn't be out in the open,
I just want to know if there is a divorce, because I want to know how you get divorced when you're not married. I'm asking for a friend.
I was wondering that too, and maybe that's why she asked the court to seal the case.
Yeah, because I think it's just a custody case. I don't believe this got nothing to do with no goddamn divorce.
Yeah.
And what money is he trying to get? Is he demanding money so he can sign off parental rights? Like, what you trying to get this man to do?
Well, apparently, I guess it's some weird thing that even though he didn't live here, but they were married, but she upgraded on the house, he could get some money from that upgrade. It's all complicated. But again, you had to be married, and I'm not convinced he is. And I think that's why
I'm just saying, like, I know people who had nothing better to do than to look for proof. She got married on an island. She never registered it in any of the counties in Georgia. From the people who went digging and looking, they couldn't see where that marriage license was registered nowhere in the States. So I just want to know, like, what's the legality? If you get married on a little island and it's not a miracle, is that marriage in the U.S.? Are you married there? Is it legal here? What's really going on? And it don't take anybody this long to get divorced. Some of us been divorced a few times. It don't take that long to be divorced.
No.
Your marriage lasted 5 minutes. You've been getting a divorce for the last 5 years. Now, what the hell is going on?
And remember, if they were really quote unquote married, they was even living in the same state. So that should be easily annulled. Say, okay, come on, you guys haven't even lived together like a full 30 days within a calendar year. This will annul this and call it a day.
You take a parenting class and you decide custody, visitation schedule, and everybody moves on.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a custody battle. I don't think there's no darn divorce. What divorce in the world took this long? Hell, it didn't take that. It didn't take Trump and Ivana to get this long to get divorced. And Ivana walked off with half the money.
I
mean, is it not true? I remember when they got divorced.
You're telling the
Mona
truth.
got her money and rolled out.
You're telling the truth. You're absolutely telling the truth. But like you said, Kenny likes to lie.
Yep.
Yeah.
And see, Deborah Randall just said it all. This ain't no divorce. This is a contract settlement.
That makes more sense. That is exactly what this is.
Okay. And Lala said, it is not lost on me. The king said she never met his parents. Either that's getting real weird, especially due to the fact that his parents are alive, or or somebody lying. Right. Love the spotlight. Love to be the center of attention. But all we got from the wedding was a still shot where you was fist bumping that man. That was an arrangement. And I'm not mad at him. Shoot, you wanted to get a baby? You wanted something to be technically, like you could technically say you was married, at least in that place when you got inseminated. Like, I can get all that. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, but just stop lying, please. That's all.
Yeah.
If she could just stop, that'd be great.
How many episodes this is? There's only 2 more episodes left?
I hope so. I think there's one more for sure. If there's one more after that, I don't. Well, actually, it's got to be at least 2 more because they got to have the one where they still gonna try to drag this dry bickering between Candy and Marlo.
Oh,
help us all.
I think.
And you got to have Kenya play victim because she's mad because Sonia's husband said something to them about attacking his wife, talking about isn't that aggressive, girl? Bye. And so then, of course, we got to have a finale, which is the she ain't gonna never sell us a goddamn thing. And then that's the end of it. Lord have mercy. Deborah says 3 left, God. 3 more, y'all.
I don't know. I don't know. 2 seems like a lot.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all in advance. Don't be surprised if I don't skip out on one of them.
And then you still have the reunion.
Man, hell no. Don't be surprised if I don't duck out on one of them. I might disappoint y'all on one of them episodes. This too much now.
It is. I won't be mad because it's a struggle to watch. But there was a time when it's Housewives of Atlanta, you just like run into the.
I remember speeding home from Sisters Fellowship from prayer because I would go for prayer service on Sundays after church, and I remember literally ducking out before the end of service to speed home to watch RHOA. What happened?
What happened? But I also know too, it's not as funny as it used to be. That's another thing too.
Yeah, it ain't funny. Nothing.
And then when you have Housewives of Beverly Hills getting higher ratings than RHOA, they should be ashamed of themselves.
Right. And girl, let me tell you how bad it is that people are literally watching Beverly Hills and they will come to me and try to talk about these boring people. I don't want to talk about them. I don't care how bad and painful Atlanta gets. It's never going to be so boring and painful that I'm watching Beverly Hills. No, I don't care if they get another token black lady on there. I'm not watching it. I have my limits, and I am not a glutton for punishment. This is bad enough.
I'm just holding on for Potomac.
Right. I need some Potomac in my life right now because this is bad. This is bad, y'all. I don't know if I'm gonna survive, but y'all say a prayer for me. I'm gonna do my best to hang in there for you, but I can't make no promises. This is really bad. It's rough.
It's bad. I was like, I actually missed Giselle on my television because this
right. Girl, it got so bad you missed Giselle.
Because I'm like, my gosh, these ladies are giving me nothing. At least Giselle, I could know, like, okay, I got something out of her. I know she's gonna start some mess. I know she's gonna be evil. At least I'm having something out of her.
And a terrible outfit. Don't forget a terrible outfit. It's guaranteed every time.
just to be like, Lord, what kind of catastrophe gonna have on so I could sit here and just drag her for it? What are these people are giving me? Nothing,
Nothing.
nothing, nothing. Just wasted my teeth and scream. I'm like, oh goodness.
Oh my Lord.
Don't
Mm,
miss Robin though. I'm not that desperate.
no, no, at all. But you know, in order to see Giselle, Robin gonna be there.
It's not as bad as this whole season.
Oh,
It's not as bad as this whole cast. This cast, I don't know.
yeah,
It's all together.
it's really, really bad. Lord Lala says to the point where I watch your reviews now before I watch the show, so I know what to fast forward through. That's why you the real MVP. I'm here for you. I got your back. I suffer so you don't have to. What's up, Tom G?
I know it's bad, but you have to compare the cast of Potomac versus the cast of Atlanta. Come on now. Giselle gives me something to talk about.
Uh-huh.
You,
Yeah, Potomac comes out right after the Atlanta reunion in September. So I'm waiting on that. And yet, no, I do not watch Dubai. Carlos King said it best. Like these chicks literally watched every Housewives franchise and tried to act out the characters they saw, and I'm not for it.
I watched Dubai.
I can't. My nerves bad. Atlanta has ruined it for a lot of these people. They really have. They gave us the best show and set our expectations too high. And then now they're in the toilet and they're so painful to watch that I cannot suffer through another bad show. I can't. No way. Mm-mm. Because the girl I saw that they kept showing the whole is the girl Ion. And I just
oh, okay,
get so
yeah.
disgusted. Like, girl, if you don't stop all this fake rehearsed reads and fake dramatic behavior, I was just annoyed. And then when Carlos said the same thing, I say, thank God somebody saw it other than me. And then I was horrified because I never agree with Carlos King.
Oh no.
I was horrified.
But what do you expect? Andy Cole and Kingston are just doing a cookie cut of what they want for each show. They're not getting like our organic cast because that's what
Yes,
makes Atlanta.
Yvette.
Because that's what separates Atlanta from the rest of the franchise. Nene kind of said, "Hey, you got some people that she knew and went
Yep.
and kind of pitched the show, and then that's how you had these kind of iconic
Well,
moments."
actually, she didn't pitch the show. The lady, I forgot what princess's last name was. She went to Nene, and Nene told her about the girls she knew, including Kim. That's what happened. That's who actually pitched the show. But when she met Nene, Nene introduced her to everybody, I think, except for like one person that was on that cast. And I'm
How
gonna
you
tell you something else. And Yvette, you're right. This is as painful as watching Queen Sugar. Yes, that is what it's called. Because that was so painful. Y'all, they talked me into watching Queen Sugar, and I almost drove a spike through my own ear. It was really bad. Yes, Lala, she is a bootleg Iman. She's a flea market Iman, and I ain't with it. But this is the thing. I think Andy Cohen and the rest of those executives, because they do not value what is authentically a black woman, I think they thought, okay, Nene made their franchise pop. She made that show what it was. She made Bravo pop. So we can just get a bunch of black women or black looking women to imitate her behavior and we'll just keep making money. And it's maddening. It's so maddening.
Epic fail.
What'd you say, sis?
I said epic fail.
Yeah, epic fail. Epic, epic, epic. And it's so bad, it's so cringeworthy. So cringeworthy. While Nene did make the show, she didn't make it by herself. There were other personalities there.
yeah, because that's what it is. Like all the cast together, what she had was like an ensemble, and it's like, oh, what's going on with this one and that one, and it like the fights were real, the makeups were real, those moments were real, not just, oh, okay, we need to have a fight because the camera's here.
Yeah, like it's been dry for a little while. So, let's try to amp it up. Let's try to sell it. Like it's whack. It's whack. Like it doesn't even when they bicker, like this whole thing with Marlo and Candy, it doesn't even make sense. Unlike that moment when Sheree got into it with Kim Zolciak and tugged her wig a little bit. That was hilarious.
That was,
Let me just, I just tugged it a little bit. It was so funny.
that thing is, I think if Kenny did not butt in and just let what Marlo and Ralph was doing, it would have probably been a better moment.
Yeah. And then it wouldn't have even came down to your husband getting outed for calling you country and lame. I still don't like that. Oh, apparently she doesn't either. I just wish she was mad with the right person.
They're never going to be mad at the right person.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look at Lala. She's talking about, I remember the Queen Sugar Chronicles. We won't do you like that again, sis. I promise. I won't let it happen on my watch. It was so painful. Oh my God. If y'all ain't never watched that show, like, don't do it. There was a whole crying dusty man, a crack lady. There was a mammy character, and it was crazy. It was insane. You say Candy is a B on the low. Marlo calls it out. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's funny though. Well, listen, y'all. We done been in here for 2.5 hours, and I'm gonna let y'all get some rest. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause it's Sunday night, which means that we all gotta get up on Monday morning. Kids gotta go to school, folks gotta make money, including me. Cause that way I'll be able to come back tomorrow night and we can sit up and talk about P Valley. How many of y'all in the chat actually watched P Valley and saw the finale? Because the season finale for P Valley did something to me. Look at it, it rhymes. The finale for P Valley. It messed me up. So we got to talk about that tomorrow. If y'all saw that, tell me so in the chat. I could not believe my eyes. It gave me so many emotions. There were happy emotions, mad emotions, shocked emotions. I can't believe this bullcrap. Happy emotions. It was something else. So we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. It rattled your nerves. It sure rattled mine. Miss Kaiser so said we had Bible study on Saturday. Where were you? You watched it yesterday, Yvette? Oh my God, it was crazy. It was crazy. I could not believe what I saw. Like my eyes were glued open. Oh, we're gonna talk about it tomorrow. It took me on an emotional roller coaster from start to finish. Like I was clenching my fist so tight, Ellie, and my fingernails was cutting into my hand. The show has done this to me at least 3 times this season.
Yeah, P Valley is good. It is good.
Oh man, I was not prepared. Oh my gosh. Oh, I need season 3 to start in 2 weeks. Because they shouldn't have ended it like that. They messed me up. Your schedule changed though. Okay. All right. Well, listen, ladies, I'm gonna let y'all get some rest. I appreciate you guys so much for coming and hang out with me. That is everything. I love when I got some girlfriends to talk to. Oh my gosh. For real. That was so exciting. Danya, thank you so much. I'm so glad you came to hang out too. Because I've never had a chance to talk to you, but I'm so glad you were here and just giving us your opinion and what you saw. Because y'all sometimes see stuff that I don't. So that was everything. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. Bye.
Me too.
All right. Make
Bye.
sure you come again. Now, don't let this be your last time, girl.
Okay.
All right. Well, all right, ladies. I'm going to let y'all get some rest. Let me turn this music on and get ready to go. Now, I'm going to beg y'all, ladies, in the chat, please, if you don't mind, to go ahead on and hit that like button because it's free. I got another free button I need you to hit, and that's going to be the notification bell. Make sure you click all so you know every time I go live. And please, 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 if you're watching, even if you don't chat that much, hit the subscribe button. It's free. Take a look, check your subscribe button. You know, like Santa Claus, make a list, check it twice. Take a look at your subscribe button, check it twice. If it's red, that means you're not subscribed. So please, pretty please, hit that subscribe button. I so appreciate it. And that helps us in the algorithm, helps us get suggested to more people, so we can all come hang out on the porch and throw our opinions in there and have a good laugh together. I enjoyed you guys so much. Get some rest, say your prayers, and remember, God loves you, I love you, and ain't nothing in the world you can do about it. I'll talk to y'all again tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Good night.